It's Saturday night!
Yeah.
I did it. Alright, well, that's all my contracts that I had to do today. Same time next week.
Yep. No, that you did good. You did good. That's just
contractual obligation.
I don't get paid enough to do this bullshit gig.
Hey, Sajid, can you talk again?
Yes.
You sound a little quiet both in the call and.
That's because I'm just more soft-spoken today.
Okay, then Flannery, you might want to just like bump him a little bit. Tell us what you did at Flannery.
Done.
Saji?
Yes.
Okay, you sound better.
Do not
All right.
season birds.
Yep, don't season your birds. But I need to grab my dice because how else will I be able to roll to see whose lives I ruined today? So let me just get these out. Okay, so is there anyone who is dying to do the recap of the very simple Jake was sick last game session, or should it be Jake, who is no longer as sick? He's just sick in the head, but that's normal. So
I think sick in the head.
was that a volunteer I heard?
No.
Okay. Well, okay, basically, I'm just going to sum it up because it was a pretty simple game because I was sick as hell and couldn't do any voices. So, yeah, it kind of sucked. I'm going to be perfectly honest. It sucked. But basically, everyone woke up. Everyone went to school. Noah learned about the whole Oktoberfest sort of deal. It's not a festival. It's not Oktoberfest, but it's a festival in October that Crow with a Q is setting up. And he went and asked his sisters what they would like to see, and I have more on that later. But Chadwick, he had the big game because it's Friday. It was Friday night, and unfortunately, they had a very close game, but they lost due to several nat 20s on the opposing team's side. So nothing that he could. Unfortunately, their offense was just too good, and Kaylin managed to crack through to Jessica enough to actually invite her over, and they were up all night playing StarCraft. What were you thinking that meant? And that's about it. However, I am going to remind you guys, and I will also be a nice DM in a minute, but I'm going to remind you guys. You found a note in that secret lair under the playground talking about a site G to the something east, something ritual, something complete. I'm just reminding you guys because it's been.
I remember the plot to Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, but do you remember the plot to this game?
Fuck!
I'm just reminding you guys because it's been in game nearly a week since you found that. And when there's a ritual going on, matters might be a little more pressing.
You think Kaylin cares about other people's lives?
No, but does she care about her life?
No, actually, she's very much in the mindset of if she dies, she's not going to be that upset.
Really? I'm so shocked. Miss, I charged a man with a gun.
I mean, then why'd you even ask the question?
Because I wanted to see if anything changed. Now then, let us begin. Does anyone have the burning desire to go first?
I think Kaylin should go first because I feel like she never goes first.
Yes, make the
Alright,
person who is sick and tired go first. Definitely.
Well, you have more. Either way, you have to go. It's not like making it later just means you won't go.
Also, this is Jake going to be nice DM. Given how last game we said that Kaylin was going to stay up all night, but also given that that might not be the best, I'm going to give you the option right now, just one time only. Does Kaylin instead pass out at some point and just think she was up all night?
You know what? She passes out, but she passes out basically her head practically falling on Jessica's lap.
It's easy for me to forget this because I'm the DM. When I'm not the DM, I remember these things.
I think that's just an excuse, Jake. By the way, we're back.
Yeah, well, I'm a moose, because excuses are for mooses. And so basically, what you're saying is, yeah, Kaylin passes out and gets like 6 hours of sleep, which is enough for a long rest. Given that if you have a party of 4 and you break into and you have to take shifts watching, you'd arguably get like 6 hours of rest. So I'm saying 6 hours of continuous sleep is what you need to, not have exhaustion. So yeah. In that case, Kaylin, you pretty much accidentally gave yourself a lap pillow, and you don't know what happened after that because you were asleep.
For the sake of the audience,
For the sake of the audience, you just basically get this sort of like fade cut out as it's going to the morning. It's Jessica just freaks out over the fact that you're basically falling on her. And basically, you wake up on the ground, cut with your head on a pillow and a blanket on you.
aww.
And you just kind of figure that, yeah, Jessica couldn't pick me up and bring me to bed. Or
I
if she
mean, that's
could,
fair.
that was embarrassing.
That's fair.
Unless she did.
Unless she did, and you sleepwalked there for some reason.
Or she's just that swole.
You think she's swole. And then in that case, you got her just kind of conked out on the couch. I will say, given how late you were up, I'm going to say it's probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Alright, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Is Jessica still here, or did she leave?
She is conked out on the couch in your room.
Sorry, you said that. I'm just.
Yep, you are out of it. I get it.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to. I'll wake up, see if she's doing okay. Just like go over, take a look at her, check on her. And if she seems to be fine, I'm gonna go down and make breakfast. Try and have.
She is in fact still breathing, so that's like, unless you're gonna go and try and psychoanalyze her, you can assume she's fine.
I mean, she is on a couch. But no, I'm gonna go down and head to the kitchen, try and cook something for her. Well, for both of us, and then bring up the plates of food.
Oh, and by the way, okay, so you go downstairs,
And the red alert goes off as soon as I step foot in the kitchen.
Yep, that's what that ankle tracker's for. It's not for you going anywhere. It actually has nothing to do with the police. This is just a warning that Kaylin's entering the kitchen. But no, you get into the kitchen. All right, you're in the kitchen. It's fairly empty.
And that explains why it's done fuck all.
Yeah, you never really looked into what that thing is. You just assumed that it was a police ankle monitor.
I mean, I assume that I would have been told.
It was put on by the police, but you just assume you haven't done any investigating into it. So I just find that funny, considering that's what I figure would have been like the first thing Cameron would have done.
I mean, I figured she would have been told at the time it was being put on her. She would have asked and tried to get an explanation on it.
I meant in a way to get it off. Anyways, cooking. You're in the kitchen. It's once again, it's fairly sparse. There's nothing really laid out, is what I mean by that. Still have your pots and pans everywhere. Food. It's not like everything just up and vanished overnight. It's just a matter of there's no pre-made food out, sort of thing.
Not that I think you guys will actually get this old ass reference, but there are pots and pans and wedding bands.
Yep. Because you're going to go and propose to your girlfriend.
Oh, Black Betty.
Bam, a lamb. I was referencing an old commercial.
Oh, I knew that wasn't the right reference. I just wanted to say Black Betty.
Bam, a lamb.
I mean, that's fair enough. Anyway, so what are you going to do? Are you just going to stand there, mouth agape, whilst everyone clamors for their food?
I'm going to just start making... I'll make a Kaylin breakfast, eggs, sliced fruit, and since she has company, she'll even fry up a little bit of bacon.
Well, as you're going to the fridge, you look inside and you see there is a large plate covered in just one of those cloches with a note taped to it and it reads, Kaylin, this is your father, and I don't remember his voice, so this is it for now because I'm writing. It's a different voice because I'm writing. And you didn't have your steak last night, you and your friend, so I saved it for breakfast this morning. It goes great with a side of eggs, any kind of eggs, or even in an omelet. It's very, very delectable. So please, have some. I have to run some errands this morning.
I'll go ahead and take it, heat it up, and still make the fruits and eggs.
Okay, in that case, just roll me Dex.
Let's see. In that case, and yes, I have it up.
I wasn't saying anything.
Bullshit, you weren't.
I actually wasn't. You can feel free to disbelieve me all you want, but yeah, no, making some pretty darn good eggs that go along well with the steak. The fruits, you're able to kind of get a little fancy with the cuts. Do a little bit of the like, what's the word? It's like that staircase kind of cut, where it's jagged but not like badly cut jagged. It's intentionally cut that way. Basically, you got some silly scissors and you cut the fruit that way.
I mean, it works.
It works.
So,
all right.
I'll take it upstairs and have it set up so that she can have breakfast in couch.
Breakfast in couch, of course. Yeah, Yeah, she is not sleeping like the typical, like, oh, it's a peaceful sleep. No, this is a sprawled out, like, practically snoring kind of sleep.
Is
I'll
there a
just
snot bubble?
This is your anime person. Oh, this person takes up all the room in when we're having a sleepover because they just sprawl out everywhere and don't sleep peacefully. They flop around a lot.
if
You
there's
know that.
this if there's this knot bubble, I'm gonna end up getting like a pencil and just like popping it to wake her up.
All right. Well, I mean, one way or the other, you also have food, so that's also a good way to wake people up. So, yeah, she's awake and groggy. He's like, what?
Hey, Sleeping Beauty. Thought you'd like breakfast and couch. I'm gonna hand her a
And
plate.
she's extremely groggy, so she takes it. Not, and much to your surprise, she is not. And I'm not sure if I'm talking to Flannery or Kaylin here, but she is not, phased by the Sleeping Beauty comment.
So, when did I fall asleep?
She's just nibbling on one of the various fruits. I assume he caught. It's like, yeah, I don't know, like 2, 3 o'clock, something like that. I was in the middle of a game, so I didn't really have much chance to look.
Alright. Well, did you at least win?
I mean, of course. I mean, sure, I was using your account more as a Smurf account, but
Smurf?
just shakes her head. I can explain later.
Okay, little nod. So, uh, don't mind me, I say as I end up just like lifting her legs up so I can sit down on the couch. I'll let her still like be like sprawled out, laying down on the couch, but this way, basically, her legs laying across my lap so that I can actually be seated.
I mean, it's a big couch.
It's a big couch, but
I'm going
most
to point
couches
this
aren't
out.
that big.
I'm going to point this out. 1 square is 5 feet. That is about a 15-foot couch.
Oh shit,
That's a
son.
fucking big couch.
That is an unrealistically
a
massive
second bed.
couch.
Yes, I know.
Okay, never mind. I'll sprawl out in the exact same way facing her.
I just wanted to reiterate because you sometimes forget you live in a fucking McMansion made of smaller McMansions.
Fucking fair.
It's actually exhausting walking around in your house. To the point where you're thinking maybe an elevator or some moving sidewalks are in order. But yeah. You
Your
two enjoy
TV's
breakfast.
fucking 20 feet.
It's a massive plasma screen TV.
You know, in all fairness, based off of that info, that's probably much more likely a CRT. Like, just a giant fucking, white ass fucking CRT.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably more likely to be a custom made LED.
Maybe. Even so, that thing's like, not
Because
quite, but it's at least
the
3.
tubes. I'm gonna stop after I say this because I don't want to go into I don't want to derail into technical details, but I feel like that the tubes from a CRT that massive would cause heating issues to the point that it would probably actually melt the interior or at least the casing.
You know, that's fair. Anyhow.
Anyways, technical talk aside, you're having breakfast. You're really just having like a groggy breakfast, as you can tell that it's like, oh, maybe staying up until 3 in the morning to play StarCraft, or whenever she went to bed to play StarCraft, isn't really good for, morning conversation because you're dead tired when you wake up. Totally not talking about experience, but with a different game. Totally not. Anyway, Kaylin, is there anything you're just talking about, or you're just gonna enjoy like a silence breakfast? Is there an...
I'm trying to think. Sorry.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was a "I'm sorry, could you repeat?" or a
The issue is Flannery is in the wrong headspace for Kaylin.
Oh, you're in the Damien headspace. Yeah, that's the wrong headspace.
Hashtag Team Thirst.
Hashtag get her.
Nah, if I was in the Damien headspace, I'd be asking. I probably would have said nudes by now if that was the case.
You look on your phone, there's a picture of spaghetti. She sent you nudes.
Perfect.
Oh, these are some saucy nudes.
No. Those ones are plain. It was just the spaghetti. Let's see.
I'll give you a minute, but after that, I'm gonna move on.
I gotta ask one question, Jake. How well did Kaylin end up actually learning the rules and everything last night?
Roll me intelligence.
Not very well at all.
You got the basics. It's one of those things that, I mean, you literally just learned about it the other day, and you got a crash course last night, but yeah, you weren't if memory serves, you weren't having a good time. Remember, yeah, you were not having a good time figuring it out yesterday either. So the fact that you actually got that much is actually better than what you rolled last night. So yeah.
All right, in that case. So, aside from StarCraft, what else are you into?
Let's see. Told you about K-pop, StarCraft. Well, I mean, any RTS in general, just StarCraft is like the most polished, I guess, just because there's so many people that keep playing it.
Kaylin's gonna end up having a burst of brilliance, accidentally cutting her off, clapping her hands, and saying, "DDR, hey, how about after breakfast we head to the arcade? I think there's some K-pop songs on the Dance Dance Revolution machine."
There we go.
Come on, I bet you'd make a fantastic dance partner.
Come
Come on, don't you want to dance with me?
And just, now we're just going into like Jessica.exe has stopped working.
I just want to. I am rolling. Get her as far as I can find it.
You're rolling to get her?
I am
He's
rolling a
rolling
getter. What would the like official getter stat be? Like, for some reason,
Charisma?
just flat charisma though. I feel like it'd be something else.
Let me just
sure roll your fake getter stat.
let me just pull up a character sheet just so I can see, but I feel like that would just be because
I guess I'm just so used to like every single other system having some variation of seduction.
the closest would be persuasion, but even then, that's
Well, I am trying to persuade her to join me, so
go with that.
Or performance.
I failed miserably.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you'd say, but it would something that would just be like, yeah, no, no, I can't dance. No, no, it's fine. No, let's nod and say I didn't.
I mean, I was just trying to roll that as a as being this for what I was saying as being more convincing. But yeah, that's fair. That's a fair response to a fucking 5. Mm, I mean, if you really don't want to, I completely understand. But
Yeah, no, DDR, no, it's not no.
Kaylin's gonna look a little disappointed, but she'll just nod. I thought it could be something fun that we could do together, but is there something that you'd be more interested in doing?
Uh, uh,
Sorry, I'm not really good at coming up with things to do with people. I'm not really used to that. To this. She just does sort of like a hand wave.
no, 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 no. It's fine. Yeah, no, I just, and then she just kind of lets out a massive yawn. I was like, ugh. I think I might actually just go home and get some sleep. I don't remember when I stopped. That's kind of a problem when I start playing. It
Well,
was fun though, so thanks.
in that case, have fun. You know, sleeping, resting up, taking care of yourself. Taking care of your
Yeah,
health is very, very cool. She gives thumbs up. Like very anime style thumbs up.
just you look like that talking lion that they show at the school for do take care of yourself videos, that stuff.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You
Question
can
mark?
tell she is very out of it still.
I can tell.
You can assume she didn't get to bed at 3 o'clock like you did.
You mean randomly pass out at 3 o'clock, like I did.
Like I said, get to bed at 3 o'clock like you did.
So, alright, in that case, if she's gonna head out, I'll walk her to the door, offer to walk her home.
Yeah. She is in no position to say no, given
Alright.
that she is like a walking zombie.
Alright.
And you walk her home. It's just it's your average middle class, upper middle class house, which is pretty common in this area. It's a lot of large houses, small town. You can assume property line.
Shouldn't be now.
Yes, still, let's see.
As I said, it should be all hardware issues, not software.
I'm waiting to see if it comes back online, because so far it's not.
Try refreshing.
I did.
I
Oh,
refreshed.
is it showing for you, Saji?
No.
How about now?
I'm gonna guess I was probably gonna have it on a. Nope.
It should be. Frag saying Twitch is up.
YouTube isn't, huh?
Well, Thank you, Frag.
Why, thank you.
Hold on, who's, I cannot, whoa, did not mean to move that. I'm not even sure what that is that I moved. Dabbing in Twitch. Twitch is up again. Not anymore. Live stream offline.
Oh,
There it is.
it's back. We did it.
It's alive!
Alright, so I'm gonna walk her home, and then after that, I'm probably gonna go for a stroll to. I'll probably head to the arcade.
Alright.
I'm now suddenly in the mood for DDR,
Okay.
and I'll
Well,
send a message to. I'll send a message to Chadwick, asking if he wants to dance, and let him know that that's where I'll be headed.
Okay, we'll get to that momentarily. But first, Noah.
Cannot be me right now.
Sure. Chadwick.
What's up?
You wake up.
To ash and dust.
Well,
Not
no,
again!
you wake up to BTS.
Oh, even better. Behind the scenes. Oh. In that case, you know what? He's gonna do something that no one has ever done in this campaign, and that's take a shower.
Kayla's taking plenty.
Kayla has. She's like the only
Okay,
one who's taken
first
the
thing
regular-
any boy has done, and that's take a shower.
I mean, that
Fuck me,
sounds
not
like
done.
real life.
Wow. Way to call Cole out like that.
Right? Alright, well, in that case, gonna take a shower and get dressed. You know, gotta go make breakfast. Lost my train of thought.
Well, first,
Oh, fuck.
you go downstairs. Your dad's not there.
What? And the couch is there?
Yeah.
What? He's just gonna like, huh? All of my 16 years of life, I have never seen this man leave this couch. Oh no! Did he die? Maybe that's for the best. Maybe that's.
I feel like it's like, oh no, did he die? And I missed it?
It's like, oh yeah, pretty much. Like, son of a bitch. Well, this is what I expected to make. Oh, food! Kitchen! Food! Aha!
Chad,
Okay.
before you leave, you hear the front door open. And suddenly, you see a man. You see a lanky kind of guy. You know, like the like 6 foot, like skin and bones. Except
Yeah.
you also know like when we give the dog a haircut, sometimes we like cut the fur on his head last, and he looks like he has a huge head. That's
No,
what he
because
looks
I never
like.
paid attention.
Well, basically, he has a twig body and a massive like watermelon head.
All right.
He walks in. Oh, hello, Chadwick.
What?
I'm sorry, you missed me. I was out for my morning run.
Your morning what?
My morning run. Come on, son. Let's go have some breakfast.
But don't you want to sit on the couch?
He just grabs you and takes you into the kitchen where.
Ugh.
And in front of you, you see just a spread of some like actual like fruits and cereal, and not even like not the sugary stuff like.
Oh, I
chips.
figured like the actual like
Yeah.
healthy cereal.
He's like, all right, now we haven't had time to sit down and talk before, son. Now, I know you do football, but is that really what you like? Be honest with me.
It's a trap!
What do you mean?
I mean, just because I wanted to do football but couldn't due to this problem, doesn't mean that you have to do it. What is your dream, son?
Well, what's with the change of heart?
You have time to think, and you start thinking that maybe what you're doing is wrong.
So, when
What?
did you realize this?
That's a tough question to answer, but probably one of my runs this morning.
Wait, one of your runs?
Anyways, so it sounds like, yeah, football isn't what you really want to do. And that's fine. That's perfectly okay. What is it that you want to do? What are you interested in?
You won't understand.
Oh, please, Chadwick. I understand many things.
Where's Mom?
She must be out.
You don't know where?
We're married. I'm not keeping her on a leash.
Well, yeah, but it's also normal to communicate.
Well, yes, but when I go out for my morning run, I keep all my technology away. I don't want to be
I don't understand. You've never been on a morning run all my entire life, and now and then you're like, oh, it doesn't make sense.
Chadwick, sometimes we keep things we like secret, like my morning runs,
But why?
because it's embarrassing, all right?
How is it
People
embarrassing?
see me running around with a watermelon for a head and a twig for a body.
But
It's
you don't have a
embarrassing.
twig for a body.
He looks down. He's like, "What? Do you think I'm a sumo wrestler?"
Yes. You have been my entire life. My life is a lie. Just gonna run out.
And Chadwick,
No, I'm on drugs. I'm on crack. I'm on something.
you wake up.
I knew that's gonna fucking happen. You What a dream. Oh no.
You mean nightmare?
Oh, he's gonna run straight downstairs.
Oh, Chadwick.
Oh, thank God you're fat.
What?
That'll make me laugh.
No, I said that couch is looking fat, with a PH.
Then this couch needs to have more quinoa.
Why are you gonna give the couch quinoa?
'Cause it's fun.
With a PH, Dad, that means it's cool.
He just stares at you. You think I don't know what that means? You weren't even alive when that was made.
Okay.
Chadwick's dad never changed.
I was expecting to be like, Chadwick, when were you born again?
Honestly.
Chadwick's mom, when did you give birth again?
Which time?
Wait a minute.
The Chadwick time.
Which time?
Wait
We're
a
on
minute.
Chadwick. This is Chadwick the Second. Remember?
Wait a minute.
It's just the basement you never knew you had. Just test tubes of Chadwick.
It's the basement from frickin' Attack on Titan. Hidden Springs isn't actually isolated. Hold on.
I would continue the Attack on Titan jokes, but I don't want to spoil for people.
I have a spoiler. Armin's blonde and has a bowl cut.
What? Anyways, so Chadwick, you go in and have breakfast, and you see your mom just pounding a gallon of coffee.
Even on weekends?
Yep.
So I don't think I've ever asked, Mom, what do you do all day?
Keep busy.
With what?
People, you need someone to order those decks of Cheez-Its your father loves so much.
Doesn't that take like 10 minutes?
No, because you need to talk to IKEA first and make sure that they know what to put. It's a hassle.
Is that all you spend your time on?
No, because if I did, then we would have nothing but Cheez-Its for the rest of our lives.
I don't think Dad would mind.
No, but yes. Because you need to have your quinoa, not your Cheez-It-wa.
I've never had cheese it was, so I don't know.
You don't give him ideas.
That's probably a good idea. Alright. It's time to show Kugeki no Chadwick in this bitch.
Alright, give me that Dex.
He's gonna, well, I didn't tell you, I didn't even say what he was making.
Yes, but I know it's gonna be Dex. Unless you're gonna be making beef Wellington.
Well, not anymore. Dex, there it is. Wow.
What are you
Average. Well, let's
making?
make eggs and toast.
You were gonna do egg in a hole, but then you realized, wait a minute, that's wasting bread.
That is.
And so you're having eggs and toast. But
Eggs and toast.
But then your mother shows you up by making eggs and toast, but she butters the toast.
What sorcery is this?
Delicious, nutritious eggs and toast. Okay, then after breakfast.
After breakfast, you get that message from Kayla.
He'll respond. Yeah, I know what you said.
Yep.
Either way, he'll respond back saying, "Well, it is right around now is when I'd head over for my dance practice anyway, so I guess."
Kalen's gonna send a slightly sarcastic response. I feel so loved.
Isn't that Jessica's job?
You'll just get a single question mark in response.
Wait, you two aren't dating?
Wait, what? Why would you get that idea?
You're practically on top of each other all the time. Always together and everything. It's kind of cute.
Guys, this is a group chat.
Jessica, I don't know why I'm here, but I
just like fucking, you know what? Guys, this is a group chat.
Actually, I can completely buy that I would have accidentally tagged Noah in on it. But I wouldn't have made the mistake of adding Jessica in now.
But no, it's like, guys, this is a Denny's.
Sorry, Noah, didn't mean to add you to the chat.
Hi, Noah!
No one asked Noah if he wants to go dancing.
I mean, I'd invite him, but I feel like he wouldn't be interested because it's me. Well, since you're here, Noah, would you like to go with us?
I don't know. I haven't had my day yet.
I like if that's the response.
I don't know. I haven't woken up yet. It's
Still
just
waiting
6
for
a.m.
God to let me wake me up.
Let's do Noah's thing so that we can have that interaction proper then.
Okay. I'm still waiting up for God to wake me up before you go.
I'm so mad that...
Okie dokie. Yes, hello. Noah, it's your turn.
Ah, okay,
Is-
thanks God.
Is Noah the son of a shepherd?
No, that's Yorf. Well, he's the grandson of a shepherd. He's the son of a dirt farmer. So, what you do, my boy?
I go down after
And
do my usual morning business.
yep. And about what time would you wake up again? Like
On a weekend, it'd be 8:30.
8:30. Gotcha. And you just see your mother at the counter. She's just doing a little bit of tidying up. Looks like probably from breakfast. And yeah, it looks like it was just one of those. It wasn't a big breakfast, just sort of like a individual kind of breakfast. Like, hey, I'll make some breakfast for the kids, and I will make myself a fried egg, sort of thing.
Is there a plate for me?
Oh yeah, no, there's a plate of there's still like a covered bowl of like scrambled eggs with like chopped ham and basically a Denver omelet but in scrambled egg form.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that.
And
Give her a thanks, and I'm gonna enjoy breakfast with the fam here.
yep, watching cartoons. And you just see your father just start laughing and point at the TV. Oh, he got hit in the head with a coconut.
I love that bit.
And also, I believe that this was just something that because I was sick, I kind of glossed over because I really couldn't do their voices. But your sisters come up to you with the list that they have been working on all night for what they would like to see at the carnival during one of the commercial breaks, because cartoons are more important than talking to family.
Hold on, let me ask.
That's great.
One of the items on the list that they want to see is a bubble-breathing dragon.
No.
And since I made it like a whole secret operation last time, you go in a corner here.
Okay. So they go into the corner with what they keep glancing back at the TV because it's like, I don't want to miss it, but I gotta tell you, but I don't want to miss it. Okay, we got a couple things like a unicorn that breathes fire
I was
Okay, I'll
close.
write that down.
and a lizard petting zoo. Cool.
What's up?
That caught me off guard. I know I should look at chat, but that caught me off guard. I think our dad is
Okay,
alive.
brother, we need an intervention. Why is our dad always like this?
Well, you see, when a man loves lobsters so much, he decides he wants to be one. No.
I feel bad for mom.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we had then a lizard petting zoo. Oh, and a bouncy castle made of marshmallows. And and a juggler.
I just pause at that, being like, huh, that's a normal one.
But he's made of confetti.
There you go. Is the confetti thing a joke or is it legit?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Is the confetti thing a joke or is that the real thing?
No, that was a joke. That was me. That was just me. So yeah, and a juggler.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I then turn to Molly. Okay, why a fire-breathing unicorn?
Well, because like unicorns are already kind of cool, but if they can breathe fire, like oh.
Fair enough.
Everyone expects like a dragon to breathe fire, but not a unicorn.
And would the balancing council made marshmallows be to be played in or to be eaten?
Yes.
I see. Got it. What the fuck's going on next to me? All right, I thank you both for your hard work and your efforts.
Okay. And with that, because they've been like glancing back at the TV the entire time, they just bolt right back. Before you can, I'm gonna say you get about halfway back. Dad just walks up to you like, you know, son, I've also been thinking about this, and I'm thinking that if we were to have, say, a lobster corral, that would be extraordinarily popular. A corral filled with lobsters. So I can truly show so they can truly show everyone what lobster love is. If they love a lobster, they will know.
Would you be running this?
I mean, you want me to run the lobster corral? I would be honored.
Yes, please. Just
Honey?
internally thinking, being like, you know, if he goes to this, he'll be distracted.
Yeah, he runs into the other room. Honey, get the cowboy outfits. We're making a lobster corral.
Ah, shit.
Honey, where's my super suit?
How many costumes does Noah's dad have? The answer is all of them when it's convenient.
He is cosplay extraordinaire. Anyways. Yeah. A roundabout after this is when you get that message from Kaylin.
Okay, I look at it first being like, okay, they just accidentally tagged me into a fucking group chat. And then eventually when I get asked, I'm like, I don't know. But then Chadwick's there, so that's the one saving grace here.
Yeah, because I know you don't want to do
Wow.
anything with me.
So
You know you're bad when Chadwick's the saving grace.
Yeah.
That's how you know things are fucked.
Look, Kaylin is just too stabby.
I don't blame you.
I mean, I just want to be your friend.
With a
And wear your face.
I have no interest in wearing your face. Making it a
Oh, no,
mask for my friends to wear instead.
I didn't mean my space specifically.
I'll
Anyway.
put in a shrug emoji and be like, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's big dance time.
I just noticed my carpet says JPG.
Yeah,
I thought that was intentional.
it is.
I never pay fucking attention to this thing. My first
No
time
one
being
does.
here.
No one does.
I noticed that like the first time we were in this place, I just didn't mention it
Well,
because I thought it
congrats.
was the point.
Your dad 3D printed the floor.
No, actually, he made that rug himself, but because he was looking at a JPEG, he didn't see that, and so he crocheted.
Impressive.
He was like looking at an image.
Yeah, basically.
It's just like the fucking do not steal overlay.
Yeah, it's the watermarks. It's got the water.
Peg. Well, I better credit the artist.
And on it, and just across it, you just see very faintly Shutterstock.
Ah, Dad.
Now, son, I don't want to get sued.
It was their idea.
Like, honey, give me the cowboy outfit. Oh my, it's only 8 in the morning, not that one.
The kids are home.
Okay, so Noah, I just need to confirm what your plan is.
Guess whatever the timing is to go dance, and
Okay,
I'll go.
dancing time. Oh, by the way, I forgot it's Saturday. So yeah, you guys get your allowances. Does anyone remember what I
100%.
gave you guys last time?
$300. No, I don't.
Yeah, I know that wasn't it.
Well, I was supposed to get 100 every week, and then he got got talked down by Hovis, I think, to doing 50.
Yep. So you're getting 50, and I think that leaves you guys as getting, I think, like a crisp 20.
I think it was either 20 or 25.
I think 20. I don't think I went exact half. I think I went with a single bill. So congratulations, you guys got your $20.
Got $20 in my pocket.
It's like no, okay. Can we make this can where dad when my dad was over there with me, he's like, a lobster corral, hands me a 20.
Yeah, he just is like, and as he's running away, he's like, "Oh yeah, that was your allowance, not a problem."
no, at the time I was like, fucking bet.
All right, so you guys got your additional spending monies, and with that,
Oh wait, we forgot one important thing, Jake.
oh
I
yes,
needed
that
to-
is true.
Why did we forget?
I was actually just about, because I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right, the wizard thing." All right, so you got a 15 and a 10. So mark those down. You can Mad Libs those in whenever you want, I guess.
Wait, what is that?
It's a
His
wizard
future
thing.
sight.
Oh.
You see, he rolls 2 dice because it takes 2 turns for it to hit.
Mm.
See, I can do Pokemon jokes too.
Makes sense to me. Whoa, no, class.
Cole, if
They
you could
didn't
see how
teach
many
us
fucking
this.
pages I have to scroll through to get to the arcade, you wouldn't be making these jokes all that often.
Oh no, the arcade.
Okay.
Oh no, the place we wanted to go to.
Let me just update this list. Because, okay, Chadwick, you're there. Kaylin, I'm going to say you get there roughly the same time. And you're there. Yeah, Crow can stay. He's cool. Francis, nah, you're not there. When I was making maps yesterday, I forgot to update this one. I forgot to update the ones that already exist. That's on me. That is entirely on me.
So, quick question: what should I get for dinner?
Food.
Krusty Krab pizza.
I-
It's the pizza for you.
Should I order that Japanese Domino's pizza, or was it Pizza Hut?
Yeah,
I
no,
forget.
that was Pizza Hut. The Tsukimi.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody out pizzas the fucking Hut.
I mean, it helps that they Code Geassed it up. But anyhow, sorry for distracting.
Also Pizza Hut in Japan, you can buy pizza with stuffed crust, but the stuffed crust is stuffed with sausage.
I need to move to Japan like now.
A sausage roll pizza Wow.
It's basically a pig in a blanket.
Yeah.
And
I need that in my life.
yeah, but it's also like super expensive. What constitutes as an American small, a 10-inch or a 26-centimeter pizza is $25 to $30.
Oh, I ain't got time for that.
For that, fucking worth it.
No. No.
It's not.
Listen, buddy. I know you're
Cole and I
thinking
come
with your
from a
stomach
town-
right now.
Cole and I come from a town where you can buy like a meter diameter pizza or 3-foot diameter pizza for $20. It's not worth.
We also come from a town where we know that's just not worth it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's just goes without saying.
Yo, it is worth it
You're
though.
there. Actually, you would be fighting games, and then one more.
Fucking Crow.
Crow's a cool guy.
Yeah, but his name sucks.
I love his name.
Get yourself a real name like Chadwick.
Just
He's like,
don't
say
let
that to
me
my
have
face.
a
Your
few.
name sucks. Okay, respectable. Have a nice day.
And actually, that's fine. It's early morning.
You know,
Alright.
here's my personal headcanon for how Kaylin messed up the sending a group text when she was trying to do single. She has both of them marked as idiot, so when she sent the text message, it went to both of their devices.
You wonder why I'm not friends with you.
I'm starting to think it might be a. I don't think it's Kaylin at this point. I think it's just Kaylin's create. No, I'm kidding. Anywho, so you guys are here. Actually, Skeeter's probably up and about because it's early morning. And yeah, like I said, Chad and Kay, you get in there roughly about the same time, just given your proximity.
Well, we get there. I assume since I would have probably been on my way at the time of texting, I probably get there just a minute before. So I'm just inside.
Like I said, roughly the same time.
So I'm just inside when Chadwick walks in, and
Yep.
I wave him down from right over next to Bird vs. Camel, and no one would have argued with you. So I'm waving you down, Chadwick.
Chadwick's just gonna be staring there, emptying, just stand there, then be like, "Oh, okay."
Now
Hi.
in the corner. What are we doing?
Noah said he'd be on his way, so want to wait a minute for him to get here, or want to just start hopping in on the games?
I need to do my stretches anyways. As he starts stretching, takes off his overshirt so he's in his tank top. That's how you know he's ready to practice.
Oh shit, son.
As far as this goes, Kaylin's just gonna be sort of like wearing like standard almost like club attire, like short shorts and a crop top type deal.
Oh, you didn't mean country club. I thought she was walking in and some like fucking
Like a bell dress.
yeah.
Like a...
In this
Wait, what?
in this weather, hell no. She'd be in a sundress
Wait,
at most.
what did I roll to see if I noticed boobs?
Perception.
Perception, that's what it was. Alright, let's see.
I
He
mean,
notices the short shorts like, nice.
That's the first thing.
Nice.
wait, what do you notice?
I noticed the butt, not the boob. He noticed bending down to stretch. Nice.
Chadwick's like, Galen, you have a butt?
He says, "Nice." I'm gonna just you
Go
know
for
what?
it and roll your.
Wait, Kalen, you have legs?
Oh hell, I'm not actually failing at that. I just give an eye roll as I go ahead and actually follow him on stretches.
Okay.
No, you're doing it wrong. Like this.
You
I'll
can't
I'll follow his lead.
No! God, your form is so bad.
Fine, then why don't you adjust my form for me?
No, because that involved touching you. It's 2019, Kalen. I can't be doing that.
I mean, I literally just said it'd be fine.
See, that's the thing, though. The media doesn't get that. There's all this bullshit propaganda going on. And like all the news is biased nowadays, and even like the quote unquote trusted sources show their
She
true
cut-
colors.
Chadwick-
I'm hungry.
Chadwick, she smacks you upside the head long before you get to I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Anyhow,
Smack. Do-do-do-do.
Just walk in, you just see her smack Chadwick.
Do it again.
Do it again.
you hear him going on about something, she smacks him upside the head, and you hear him
Oh.
finish up with I'm hungry right as she does that.
This was a mistake internally.
Here, let me get you something to eat then. After that, if I'm screwing up the stretches, then help me get them right. Don't want to get hurt. All right? Hey Noah, I'm gonna get everybody something to eat. What do you want?
I just had breakfast like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. With that, she'll turn to Chadwick. What about you?
I need a Snickers.
I'll go over and I am gonna end up getting a Snickers.
But
From-
there's no one at the counter.
I'll start ringing the bell. Like, at first once, see if I get a response, then a second, and then I'll just keep doing it at an increased rate. Once, twice, 3 times in rapid succession, 5 times, and then it'll just keep going up until eventually he either comes over or I'm just ringing the bell nonstop.
I imagine you're just ringing the bell nonstop and he's right behind you. You know I'm not there, right?
You look so at home playing these games, I think that you are a customer, not an employee.
Yeah. I mean, employee, owner, I mean, kind of the same thing. I mean, when you own an arcade, it's kind of all the same, right, dude?
She'll just give an eye roll. Anyhow, think that you'd be able to get a Snickers for my friend.
Anyway, and he just, slides over the counter. Like, all right.
As he does, I flip him a silver dollar to him, but a silver piece to me.
He he snatches it out of the midair. It's like $1, but you know what? That's pretty cool. And all right, so here you go. And he hands you, and he hands you a fun-sized Snickers because this is an arcade. They're trying to gouge you on prices. They want you to play the games to get the good stuff. You know that.
This is it for the $1?
Yeah, Snickers.
Kaylin looks like she wants to object so hard, but she's just gonna end up sighing, walking back to the group.
It's an arcade. They only have fun-sized candy.
Oh, I get that. I completely understand. And she's gonna just toss it at Chadwick. Like, she's gonna put a little bit of an arc on it, but she's not gonna let him know in advance until it's like on the descent.
Candy.
Eats it, wrapper and all.
Before that happened, no one would ask Chadwick, what did you do?
I was telling her performance was bad, and she wanted me to touch her, and I'm like, no.
Oh, well then. Oh, well then.
Explain it like Chadwick 2019.
Okay, do I hear that or no? Do I not even
No,
have a
this was
chance?
before you
This is
walked.
Alright.
before. This is when you're at the counter. So
Okay, then that's fair.
Well then, she,
In that case, I'm doing just a random d20 to see if she would end up saying on the same concept as before. So, are you going to show me how to properly stretch or no?
I showed you. You're just not doing it correctly.
Okay, then fix my form.
But how?
If you can... She's just going to sigh. At the very least, show me exactly what I'm getting wrong and how to fix it. If you're not good with actually fixing my form for me yourself, then point out the individual parts and tell me how I can adjust.
Well, you can adjust by practicing every day, and also have proper guidance.
Then teach me, yo sensei. That's
Well,
Korean, right?
No, you weeb.
What's
not what it is, but okay.
What's a weeb?
I don't know. I heard about it online.
Oh, I'm still not used to using the internet.
What did you do for like the first 10 years of your life?
So, how about some DDR?
Oh yeah, it's dance time.
With that... So, Jake, you keep moving these prices around. Is DDR a quarter, 50 cents, or $1?
Fucking frag.
Let's see. What is it? What is it this week?
You gonna touch me or not, Bard boy? God damn it.
Well, are you?
No.
Let's see how the wheel of arbitrary lands today.
It was a quarter last time.
It's a quarter today.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
I'm gonna pay for... I feel like Noah would probably get sick of it pretty quick, so I'll just do 4 games for each of us, then let Noah end up deciding from there. So that'll be $12 I drop.
12 bucks? No, a quarter.
Oh, right, I'm
That'd be
losing my mind.
3.
I've already stated...
Additional $9.
I've already stated more than clearly that I'm really, really out of it. So there we go. I put the $3 in. Everybody, get over to the damn DDR machines before I kick your asses.
Oh my god.
Fucking try.
Is this what happens when I don't touch you?
Chadwick.
Dirty bitch.
Chadwick. You try.
Chadwick.
Now, this is what happens when you don't believe that stick figure Chadwick's dad is real Chadwick's dad.
He's actually always been stick figure Chadwick's dad, but he's just in a fat suit.
Nah.
He's like, he visited me in the dream. He's like, Chadwick, please, they have me prisoner. Go to the old mansion that hit you in the dick. I'm there. I'm stuck there. Help me, Chadwick. You're my only hope.
Oh, nice, a Stargate reference.
Yep. So you guys gonna roll your performances?
Just dance and be okay. Do do do. Just dance. Holy shit.
Kaylin is going to go out of her way to pick for her songs pretty much every single K-pop sounding song name that she can find. Fuck, Kaylin did decent.
Yeah.
Well, Kaylin, you picked the most generic, like, Korean music.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to learn. I don't know any of this stuff.
I'm going through this in order that I see them. So, Chadwick, your first song, it's a warm-up. You're still kind of put off by the fact that Kaylin kept telling you to touch her. And you're like, no, man, enough, fam. I'm not about that life. I'm not a whore. And by the time you just kind of... You got to the second song, you're like, okay, now I'm back in the swing of things. Man, I'm going to style over that Johnny Stomps. But then this third song came on, and you're like, shit, is Kaylin actually dancing to K-pop? And you're too distracted by that. And then the fourth song came on, and you actually kind of recovered a bit. You're like, okay, I guess she also does the K-pop dancing. And then, Noah, you get the first song, you're like, what the fuck am I even doing? You're just like, okay, I'll just follow the things on the floor, I guess, and you're just kind of taking time to really get accustomed to DDR. Meanwhile, Kaylin just puts on K-pop and just goes ham. So ham that, in fact, she's kind of winded for the next set, and she is taking it a lot easier, and as a result does mediocre at best. However, Noah, having seen Kaylin's performance and gotten the steps down, Noah is able to just style all over Chadwick, despite Chadwick rolling a higher number.
Nat 20, yo.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Kaylin, after having recovered from your previous performance, you just ended it. That was my email. You just ended up getting back in the groove of things, and you decide to casually show up Chadwick. And
as you do.
Noah, as you kind of tired yourself out with those with that second song, the last two, you just kind of take it easy. Choosing nothing too terribly difficult, but nothing that's, just like, press up to win. So, just mostly cool down button.
Not like paying attention to really the music. He's just like, okay, left, right, up, down.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think
I'd assume he'd just pick a song. I was like, I think I've heard of this, but then it's like, oh, there was music. And meanwhile, Chadwick showed up at like almost every opportunity at the end.
I think it's safe to say that that Noah ended up beating Chadwick on that second round in terms of sheer style, even though Chadwick got the better technical score.
Oh yeah. I mean, Noah got a perfect score as well because 20, but
Hey, 20 is just an auto success. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm doing it for the joke, man.
I get what you're saying.
Anyways, add your 4 games apiece. Spend like 20 minutes.
So, Kayla just looks to the two of them. Noah, I know you like those trivia games. Want to try and have a round of that? Oh, hi, Jeremy. I didn't see you there.
Yes, it was me all along. Hey, what's up?
Well, just playing some DDR.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw you. No, man, you got some pretty good moves, and gives you that little friendly punch to the shoulder.
I was just following the positioning.
No, that's not as easy as it looks. So no, good on you, man.
Turn the thumbs up.
Thumbs up back. Anime sparkles come in. Mutual thumbs up.
Oh, I remember the scene from FMA. Anyhow. So, I was just suggesting doing some of those trivia games. Do you want in?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I guess I will. Later I was going to be heading over to that prop shop, see what they got after talking with Jackie about that. But yeah, no, definitely.
Halloween's not for a little while.
No. Like props, like the stuff that Charles wore when we were camping in the woods. S'mores. You know,
I never had s'mores. You guys had s'mores without me?
when we had been surrounded by snipes.
When was it you guys had s'mores?
I mean, we were all supposed to have s'mores, but they kind of interrupted it.
Oh.
If it makes you feel better, Chadwick, I didn't get any either.
If it makes you feel better, Chadwick, you were there.
I was. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna beat you. I will show you guys how smart I really am in these trivia games. I don't want to brag or anything, but
You had a Snickers. You had a Snickers. You're not going to be beating anybody.
what do you mean? I had a Snickers. I won't be beating anybody.
You're not hungry anymore, Chadwick.
What do you mean? Of course I'm hungry, but that doesn't make me smart. That just makes me hungry.
It's not scientifically sound, Kate.
Your theory lacks hypothesis and proof.
All right. So is everyone doing the trivia?
Kalen suggested it specifically to do something
Oh.
with Noah, so hopefully Noah says yes.
Oh,
There's no
yeah.
actual guarantee or expectation.
It's big brain time.
Oh dear. Do I still have the high score?
You still have the high score.
Okay.
Didn't you get that from like a nat 20?
He did.
Yeah,
Well, just
you're
times
not
a
losing
nat
that anytime
21.
soon. So I'll put in this one also a quarter?
This is from,
Okay.
Yeah, this is from the 80s.
I'm going to put in... I'll put in another... I'll put in another $3. Give us 3 games of different trivia stuff. So, woot. Woody woot woot woota woot.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's big brain time.
Roll me history or intelligence, whichever's higher.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Big brain.
Oh! I fell off hard.
And
I'm good.
Oh yeah, it's big brain
Always.
time. Jesus Christ, Jeremy! Are you fucking stupid?
Thank God I'm not the dumbest one in the party.
Like, I thought Caleb was gonna have the lowest, but then fucking Jeremy came in and was like, nah, fam, I barely know how to tie my shoes.
He actually just pockets the quarters and it's like, sucker.
Honestly, that would have been the better choice.
Yeah.
Got him.
All right. I'm assuming you accidentally rolled that. I'm not gonna count that last one since you rolled 4 times instead of 3. Cole. So the first one, you're like, this is pretty easy. I know what the 80s was. And then you're like, oh wait, no, that's not right. Korea's look. There's not only one Korea. Then the third one's like, why do I need to play Punch-Out in order to win a history game? Caitlin, yours is just like...
You don't even need to say.
You look at it and you're just like... It looks like it's written in Mandarin, and you just don't get it. Second one, it looks like it's written in... Jesus Christ, my phone. Why? I got it right. It's because of my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yep. I'm officially an old man.
It's
Quarter
not
of a
the
century
22nd yet. For you, it may be.
It is the 22nd for, like, me and, like, a good portion of the world. Anyways. It's, yeah, the second one, it looks like it's written in, like, Spanglish. You know, it's Texan Spanish. So you're able to kind of like, okay, it's just a bunch of yeehaws and y'alls. So, but then the last one is just like, okay, no, I just give up. Meanwhile, Noah, first one, you're like, oh, I remember this. Easy. And then the second one, you just get an entirely new set of questions, but it's still in the same vein of the first ones that you just breeze through. And now, congratulations, you have the top two scores. You're not going to be losing top spot anytime soon. And then the last one, you just kind of you're treating more as a victory lap, but it ended up talking a lot about stuff that really has no bearing on anything, like, at all. It's just like stupid pop history, like, oh, who is the most famous, who was on Saturday Night Live last night? It's like, fuck, I don't know. None of these people are on Saturday Night Live anymore.
It's like Saturday Night Live last night. Isn't this from the 80s?
What do you mean Adam Sandler isn't on it?
Who the fuck are these people? And then Jeremy, you just see him just pressing buttons. You think he got mistaken and thought it was the light gun game? And yeah, that's all I can say.
Now, Frag asked, that'd be my old score.
Oh no, it's like the ranking system where top score, second top score.
Yes, but did he get the high score this time?
He got the high score caps at the same point. So he has the top two scores that are at the same point. There's a point cap, and he hit the point cap.
Lame, but okay.
What, do you want me to arbitrarily make his first attempt be worth less because he missed a question?
I mean, I feel like just arbitrarily making it like 1 point more just for the lulz, but whatever. You do you, boo.
I'm arbitrary, but I don't let people dictate how arbitrary I am.
You do you, boo.
I know I do. So, you guys got that done.
I'm kind of running out of ideas. Hey Jeremy, you seem to be really enjoying the light gun game. How about I end up paying for a couple rounds of that for everyone?
You see, he's pointing the light gun at the trivia game.
That explains way too much.
And he's like, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, I'm also thinking of, checking out that prop shop. Like I said, prop shop later, and I want to have money for that because, so leather jacket's nice and all, but it's looking kind of beat up.
I mean, I was gonna pay.
Oh.
For the game,
yeah.
not your jacket.
Oh. He looks sad. But okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, sure.
Alright, so with that, I'll pay for another... I'll pay...
25 cents.
Yeah, I get that.
Cents.
What I'm gonna do is I'll pay another $2 so everybody gets 2 rounds at it.
Okay. In this case, just Dex, because that's what ranged is, and I don't know how else to do this.
I mean, that honestly sounds fair. And for Dex being my best stat, I got some pretty bad rolls there.
Yeah.
Can somebody reset my dice?
No.
Jake,
All
throw
right.
my dice off the table.
I can't.
Then what are you good for, damn it?
I mean, I don't need to take this abuse, man.
I mean, it's kind of your job as DM. Anyhow.
Anyhow, yeah, Jeremy just kind of ends up destroying you. Like, you end up, like, I'm assuming you're doing, like, the co-op, 2 guns, 1 game, and you start flailing about in the second game so bad that he just takes the gun from you and just going John Woo to 1 gun in each hand.
At Frag's request, don't mind this roll. I'm just obeying Frag. I didn't expect it to do all that. Sorry.
What were you expecting?
Yeah, like,
I expected it to be condensed
why?
The 100d20.
because I'm currently Kalen mentally right now. Shut up.
That dumb bitch juice is working strong today.
He got it extra thick.
Oh.
You have no idea. I bought a pumpkin spice latte today.
Oh, God.
Did you actually?
Yes.
God, he's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Damn, Flannery, you thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. That reminds me. Quick little side thing. I'm invited. So my friend's girlfriend invited me and a couple other people for a potluck brunch.
What?
Right?
That is
And
the whitest thing I've ever heard.
It's the whitest, and like if it was a straight guy asking me, like the most gay thing I've ever been asked. But he's like, I want you to bring the most unhealthy thing you can think of tomorrow. And so I found something. It's called Frito pie.
Oh, yeah, the Texan thing.
It's chili cheese and Fritos. I'm bringing that, and when my parents dropped off my birthday cake today, when we hung out, they also brought me extra frosting, which I'm bringing as a dip for fruit. Anyhow, keep going.
Anyway, before Kaylin decided to roll 100 d20s, Jeremy proceeded to just destroy her, despite it being a co-op game. So, night game over. I'll say it's probably about like 11-ish.
All right. So, anything the rest of you guys want to do?
I mean, you know what my plan was. I mean, you can feel free to tag along if you want.
I'll go with you, Jeremy.
Oh, hey, Chadwick, Noah, you both need to roll for your laser gun as well.
I thought you put in $2.50 a piece.
Oh, this is a 50-cent a piece game?
Yeah.
Then fine. Make it $4 and you guys roll. Damn it.
What do we roll? I don't know what it
Dexterity.
is because you did a fucking 100 goddamn rolls.
Dexterity.
Chadwick's not good with a gun, unlike Kaylin.
I never roll anything good for Dex.
Hey.
I just keep that's a fact.
You do all right with the first game. Noah, you do all right with the first game. Chadwick, you kind of like you forget that you need to shoot off screen to reload.
Happens.
So a lot of time you're just kind of clicking. Second time you get it, and then Noah, you feel like your gun just actually kind of like the laser inside it just dies. So you're basically there with just a fancy paperweight.
I'll report that to this guy, like your laser gun broke.
Again? God, all right. And you see him just reach under the counter and pull out a can of WD-40 and a roll of duct tape. All right, I'll fix it.
I'll solve all our problems.
Engineer's toolkit. If you can't solve a problem with WD-40 or duct tape,
You
it's a
haven't
problem
used
that
enough.
can't be solved. Can't be solved.
You haven't used enough of it. That's
Yep.
the answer.
Oh yeah.
So it can even solve my divorce.
Yes.
Duct tape or
That's true.
WD-40.
If I just duct tape her enough, she can't leave.
Or if you want her to get away, enough WD-40, she'll slide away.
It's true.
Or spray the WD-40 in her eyes and she'll be whisked away to the hospital.
This can only end well.
This
Ex-
can only end well. And I just want to confirm, as it sounds like we have two people going to the prop shop, Jeremy and Chadwick. Would Noah and Kaylin also tag along?
Oh, Kaylin is definitely going.
I'll go.
Cool beans, cool beans. Where is it? There we go.
What was our homework teacher doing the entire time?
Oh, he was just playing a trivia game, but he just occasionally here. God dang, baby, I remember that.
I remember that.
I get that reference.
Is he just in a perpetual state of nostalgia?
It's pretty much just him going on a nostalgia trip. Let's be real.
And he
Yeah.
still can't beat Noah's score.
Man, fuck that Noah kid.
Fuck whoever this Noah is. Fuck that guy.
So what's up?
No.
What's up? What's up?
There. Congratulations, you're all in the prop shop, and this is actually this is
At the
pretty
car wash.
So, Jake, what's the price tag on the giant T-Rex? Not T-Rex, the fucking... I should not have had that pumpkin spice. The
I'm not
fucking
gonna answer-
Triceratops.
Why is the
Right.
stoner in the car?
Triceratops has no price tag.
Oh, it's free.
And what do you mean? Why is a stoner in the car? There's a knight in the car.
Well, I have ideas now. It just popped in my head. I'll DM you.
Okay.
I forget. Can rogues use shields? I'm being...
I don't believe so. I don't believe that's in the general class description. But then again, shields are pretty.
Like, I mean, in all honesty, any idiot who can hold a shield
Yeah,
can use one.
I'm
But it's a
going to
matter...
I'm going to make the executive decision and say yes, because honestly, it's not that hard. If you're using for, like, offensive purposes, then I would say you'd be rolling with disadvantage, but for defense purposes, it's literally... The first shield was literally just a piece of wood someone held in front of them.
Yeah, as long as I'm only going for, like, a buckler and not, like, one of the larger shields.
You're not getting a tower. You're not going to get you, like, a kite shield or a tower shield.
Yeah, but going for, like, the buckler up here, how much is that?
Okay, let me...
Oh. While you figure that out, go ahead and help them. I gotta go grab my food.
Okay. So, congratulations. You guys are in the prop shop.
Props.
Jeremy's talking. Jeremy's talking to the owner. And Flannery's still making noises because he didn't mute himself.
Well, if he didn't, who did?
I don't know.
So,
let's look at the wares.
yeah. And I want to make it clear there are more than just what's out here. These suits of armor, they're not just, plate suits of armor. They're a variety of stuff. Your Gamisons, the padded armor, your leather armor. splint, your half plate, your full plate, that sort of thing. And on the table you have all sorts of weaponry, like there you have swords, bows, arrows, skim of swords, and yeah. Then up top they have what are obviously just gun props and gun replicas, and also a knight, a suit of armor driving a car.
I feel like Persona this, and if we believe the gun is real, then it's
Now
real.
I have a question, Jake.
Yeah.
This is for Jake, as the DM. What stat do guns use for combat?
I mean, that's dex because it's arranged.
Okay, I'm just making sure if it's still applied. Because it's a gun.
I know. I looked this up to make sure, because when making a modern day D&D, you have to come up with the answers to questions that you think are obvious but might not be. So I looked this up and it's like, yeah, no, dex is the most applicable.
Alright, just making sure.
Once again, they are props, though they do not fire bullets.
Or do they?
No, they don't have a firing pin or actual working innards.
Or do they?
No, I can tell you they don't.
Chadwick.
Ah! Who heard my internal monologue?
It's me, Alexander. You did put on your tinfoil hat today.
The fuck are you?
Hello.
Welcome back. Anyways, I just explained that Cole had a question asking about what stat guns would use, and it's dex. Because ranged.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping strength.
Why?
You're gonna ask why.
Yes,
and I
did.
answered to that, and to answer that, a boy can dream. Chadwick's got a fucking gun.
You just need to have the versatile. Sorry, not versatile, but the I can't remember what the strength version of finesse is.
No,
What if
it's Chadwick running around? Chadwick, what you've got? A knife! No!
Chadwick, what do you have there? A knife! Anyhow.
Oh!
But yeah, if Chadwick's looking at weaponry,
I'm sorry, could you repeat my Discord post for a second?
if Chadwick is looking at weaponry, Kalen will walk over to him and let him know, hey Chadwick, if you're wanting to pick up a knife, I've got a few of them that I was able to pick up from the kobolds if you're wanting to buy them.
What's
This
kobold?
Sorry, from the snipes if you want to get those. But talk to me about that after we're out of here.
I didn't know you were a weapons dealer.
They're just the stone props from back when we were being attacked by those muggers.
Oh, so I could just make it by tying a stone to a stick.
I mean, I don't know how well it'll hold up, but go for it.
Well, I mean, isn't that what you're trying to sell me?
I mean, these are sharp and pointy stones, so...
You bring up a good point.
And they were handcrafted.
Yeah.
And they were handcrafted by the highest quality of snipe blacksmiths.
So not really well.
Yeah, no, they'll do you well for what you need, but that's about it.
So like spreading butter on toast.
These came from snipes, Chadwick. Don't be stupid. Unless you want to get diseased.
Why would I get a disease?
You remember the conditions of that place that we were in?
Yeah.
Did that look sanitary to you? Need I remind you of the bathroom you dragged me into?
Why are you so mad about that? It was your idea.
You lost the bet! You were the one who was supposed to go in by yourself!
That was not the conditions of the bet.
It
Hey,
wasn't.
Noah, what are you doing over there?
I don't know, man. I'm looking.
I was like, y'all got like books or some shit.
I can't wear armor. Like, my stats are good enough for any fucking weapon. Like, what?
Yeah, and like I said, this is a generalist prop shop. You know, he's got props for, as you can see, medieval, like fantasy, high fantasy, medieval. He's got include stuff like staves and clubs like that, but you know, you don't expect the staves to have anything magic in them because you know it's a prop.
Right.
I mean, I also don't expect those guns to work either.
We went through a whole discussion.
Cole does. He thinks it
Whoa,
works.
whoa, whoa, not Cole. Leave me out of this. That's Chadwick's dumbass. Leave his creator out of this.
Okay, so
Actually, you know what? That raises a very good point. The person in charge of the shop is freaking Gother over here. Yeah.
the pink,
What?
yeah, him, Philippe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk over to Gother and be like, "Hey, Philippe. Quick question. Do you happen to have any Glocks?"
Yeah, blocks. For what do you mean?
Oh, she's gonna start describing a pistol, basically.
Oh, you said Glocks. I heard blocks.
No,
Like-
I said Glocks, not building blocks.
I heard
Do
blocks.
you have Legos?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Sure, if I wanted to set up caltrops.
Got mega blocks.
Oh,
You got Roblox?
Yes, if you look at the back of the store, you can see a fine assortment of firearms, all models, of course.
This is Flannery being a prick. I mean, I only see a bunch of rifles and... Is that a fucking Uzi?
I mean, you should maybe get your head out of your ass and look, you dumb bitch.
I guess that's supposed to be a pistol and all. From zoomed out, it didn't look like one. But anyhow.
How do you see that as an Uzi? That's
No,
an-
I didn't see that as an Uzi. But still.
Anyways.
So,
he
how much
points
how
at
much how much for a Glock?
That would be quite a lot.
Okay, how about this? How much for a shield? Something that would be small but just defensible enough.
Oh yes, you are thinking of the bucket. I'm thinking that would be thinks in French. Around $100.
Callan's just gonna immediately lose her shit mentally. $100? I mean, granted, I can totally afford that, but Jesus fucking Christ, that's $100.
Kaylin, you're like
Yeah,
rich
right.
though.
And of course, with the $100, it comes with your own personal design. I am a prop master, after all.
Wait, my own personal design. What about repairs to it?
Of
Can I-
course. So long as it is not a pile of ash.
I make
There's
no
a
guarantees.
lifetime guarantee.
Ooh. You know what? In that case, that $100 investment might not be a bad idea. Can I get the design changed out as needed?
That would cost extra, but
How much?
I would need to. to run the numbers, but maybe depending on the design, between $15 to $20.
With that, she'll just go ahead and pay him 100 now. And I Flannery will send you a design that Kaylin will end up coming up with on the spot. I will send it to you later, but she's totally
Okay.
sending it to you on the spot.
Okay, just mark that down that you have a shield, and he'll say, okay. If you come back tomorrow.
All right. She's gonna hand him $90 in cash and then 10 silver coins.
Okay, and he just, puts it in the register, which, is actually in the Triceratops.
Kaylin has so many questions, all of which are why.
And Chadwick has so many answers.
None of which are why.
And let's see. Chadwick. Yeah, I know you were looking for anything that caught your wandering eye.
He will ask Philippe, how much for one of your finest swords?
Yes. What kind of sword are you looking for? Longsword, scimitar.
Chadwick starts to sweat because he didn't realize there are more than one type of sword.
He's
A good sword. Oh, great sword, you mean.
He's looking for a scimitar.
What do you mean a great sword?
I mean, swords are. I like a good sword.
He'll just kind of walk you through and point out the different kinds of swords.
A long sword.
A longsword, of course.
Overcompensating for something, huh?
That would be $150.
What are some of your non-finer swords?
Give me your shittiest blade.
Chadwick, hold that thought. Noah, are you getting anything?
I'm already holding you, Galen. I got him.
Noah, are you
That's
getting
it.
anything?
Okay, got him there. I'm gonna talk to the guy in a second. But no.
Well, if you're looking into something that's going to completely change what Kaylin ends up saying here in regards to Chadwick's stuff, that's why she's trying
I'm
to
not
ask
looking
you.
to buy anything. I'm just waiting for them to finish so I can talk to them.
All right, what about you, Jeremy?
I mean, like, getting something, like, I mean, I'm thinking of getting that, kind of, he points to what looks to be just kind of like an armor that's looks like it's more made of, like, raw, and like, actual, like, animal hide as opposed to, like, leather itself. Because, I mean, that chain, like, it'd be nice to have something like, like, chain or something, but that's expensive, man.
Well, how much is that kind?
Which kind, for Jake's sake?
Leather, rawhide, whatever it is.
Specific. I'm telling you this. You want the stats and everything? It's all from the PHB. So hide armor. Hide armor is $100.
$100.
Chain is $500.
Chadwick, how much money do you have on hand?
Chadwick has. Yes. Is silver and coin and like
Silver
dollars 1-to-1?
Yeah, silver is 1-to-1.
Well, then he has $160.
Oh, you're richer than I am. Why the hell are you complaining?
I didn't realize I had that much silver. I'll take your finest longsword.
I'm also going to point this out because I'm just going to tell you this. If you look in the PHB, basically, 1 gold is 10 silver. So that's how I'm getting my prices. I'm just multiplying the cost in the player's handbook by 10.
Okay. Alright.
So
In that case, I shall take your finest longsword.
Jeremy, how
Right.
much do you have?
I mean, I got like just counting like 104.
Oh, well, that's gonna be nice and help you guys out, but looks like you guys don't need it.
I'll still take the money.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
Caitlin, they're just my words. You don't have to fuck my words.
The one time you're not paying for shit.
One time I'm not paying for shit's when it will literally drain all the money in my wallet.
Buy my love.
Like, if she had more cash, if she hadn't just spent the $100 on herself, she would totally do it just because, well, please love me. But she's currently at the spot where it's like, you guys have more money than I do.
You know what? I already know what design I want for the sword.
Okay.
I think it'd be funny. Give Chadwick the Master Sword.
I mean, I'm gonna actually roll for that because that seems like something he might actually have in. He does not have that in stock, but
Fuck.
Chadwick, you'll get the Master Sword. It'll take him like 2 days, 3 days to get the material in, and then. So.
Man, I sure hope we
On
don't
Tuesday.
fight any snipes between now and then.
You know what? I think I'll just do something very, very simple, like a. Kalen will just see like a Pokeball shield and just go for that if he has one in stock.
Oh, you
Not
just
even
want it
really-
painted red and white. Just want it painted red and white. Okay, he just takes it back, slathers on some paint, hair dries it, and hands it to you. No,
No, actually, even as you say that, it actually does sound like a stupid idea, even as a joke, anyways. Especially since Kalen wouldn't understand the joke.
The hell's a Pokemon?
She'd be that person who thinks every Pokemon is Pikachu, and then thinks Pikachu is like a Jigglypuff or something random.
Wait, they're not?
Also, what's up with this black and white shield?
Which one?
The black and white one.
That's not
It's
black
blue.
and white. That's blue and yellow.
You mean blue and gold, right?
No, that's
Larry, I will literally kick you from this fucking chat right the fuck now. Shut up.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, Flannery. I will
Flannery?
actually drive. I will drive to
Flannery.
Indiana.
Flannery. That shield's now $5,000. Fuck you.
This is why we can't have nice things. I was gonna get OJ Simpson to sponsor us, but now he won't because of that shitty meme.
We could have had juice, man. We could have had juice.
Nothing. I heard absolutely nothing.
I think he's dead.
I
I think he
heard
killed
nothing.
Good.
I heard absolutely nothing. That was horseshit.
I hope you're proud of
Kaylin,
yourself.
you get a call on your phone from your dad. Kaylin, I've disowned you.
I mean, that's kind of what
Hovis
she
calls
wants,
and says-
anyways.
You're going
Hovis
back
calls
to
and says,
Montana.
Hovis calls and says, I think I should butler other people.
No, Elvis! Anything but that! No! Anyhow, I haven't laughed that well in so long.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeremy's thinking. Anyway, Jeremy's thinking. He's like, yeah, I mean, I mean, also there's that ring mail over there. You know, looks pretty cool. It's like 300. I'm like there. I mean, I could probably get that if I just like do odd jobs or something.
Kalen will shrug. I mean, hey, who knows what could end up happening in the meanwhile.
Yeah. Hmm. Anyway, he'll just sit there pondering. Noah, you said you wanted to speak with Philippe.
Yes. I want to check, and I'm checking the PHB because I might be wrong about something. I don't. Can wizards not wear armor, or could they wear light armor? I don't know.
I think it's light armor for them.
I I'll
I
check
don't know
the
if it's
PHP.
no armor or not. I don't know.
But then again, that you also get the ability to wear armor with Elven race. So
Do
if I'm
I?
not
No, that's
mistaken.
just swords and weapons.
Is it just weapons? I could have swore it was.
It's just weapons.
Hmm.
So wait, actually, now that I remember the elf thing, I could get a weapon better. Yeah, I can't wear armor.
Yeah, it doesn't say armor, but you can use daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, light crossbows.
And other stuff because elf.
Yeah.
Actually, in this case, let me take a look real quick, see for rogues as far as the shield goes, because that would be under armor anyways. So
It would, but I always found that kind of a stupid.
it says light armor for armor at least, but it's up to you
No,
on that.
shield is considered something different, but like I said,
I know it is, but yeah.
I find that to be a stupid rule. Is there a feat that lets you use a shield? Because I feel like there might be, and if so, then I might be breaking it that way. So let me double check. So many rules, man.
Here, I'll be able to search for it pretty quick. 1 second.
I am too.
Shield. Nope, there's nothing in the rogue things about shields. At least nothing
you're
that I'm
looking there.
seeing.
Oh, I was looking for feat that lets you use a shield.
Well, I was looking through. Oh, feats. Okay, sorry, I was looking
Yeah.
at features. Oops.
Because if there is, then I might be breaking it that way. Makes it. Yeah, shield man.
I thought Shieldmaster only ended up. Sorry, I thought it
Yeah,
did something different.
Yeah, it doesn't say that you can use. It's not something that lets you use a shield. It's just saying you can use it to attack.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm just double checking, making sure, because if so, I'm gonna let you use a shield. It's just not like
Yeah, I mean, like, buckler minimum is my personal thoughts on it.
you mean max, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You shouldn't expect me to be English today, okay?
No, I expect you to be American. Oh yeah, the medium armor gives you ability to use shield. That's weird. Not only medium armor, not heavy armor, lightly armor. Medium armor. Yeah, that's dumb. You can use shield.
Woot! I'm down with that.
That is just. That's an arbitrary thing. Anyone. Unless you have, like, severely negative strength, you should be able to use a shield.
No, I've got a positive strength. I'm good.
No, like I said, and it would have to be severe, like a -2, -3 probably. Yeah, that is dumb. Anyways, I can't wait to see that come and bite me in the ass later, but you know what? I'll deal with that then. That's a problem for future Jake. Anyways, Saji, I got distracted by all that. You went up to Philippe to something something?
Yes. I wanted to ask if you could also, not only do you make these props, can you like also make like, I don't know, models of things, if that's okay, or
That depends on what you are looking for, but yes. as a master
Kind
the
of
cinematic
similar
arts,
in a
I
way
thought-
you make this Triceratops and the horse. Maybe a lot smaller.
Ah, you are looking for the miniature, like the using the stop motion. Ah, yes, of course.
Well, maybe not like stop motion, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know.
Uh,
That would be like a variable, but
I can tell that you have no general size you are looking for. What about how big do you want this?
uh, um, maybe like I don't know. It's Saw J. I don't really know. Maybe
Tell
like
Jake
the
what you are
size.
trying to make, because I'm still not sure what Noah's asking.
I'm trying to make a big lizard.
Big lizard.
I was gonna get to the point, but yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was Saji, just Saturday night brain not working, or Jake that was not working, or if it was Noah who was just trying to figure it out on his own.
I was trying to figure out a fucking size for like what I'm trying to think about.
Is it
Yeah. I
so
would
it's
also.
like kind of like that alligator plush they have in their playroom sort of thing, that size?
All right, that thing they have that that.
Yeah, I think they do.
They do.
I'm just looking at the size. Yeah, big alligator plush they have.
I will add because me and Chadwick here, we're a part of something that's we're gonna be a part of like we're putting together a festival essentially this coming October.
Oh,
And
yes, I think I've heard of that.
yeah, I'm wondering, and I was just thinking maybe like having your models there would really help.
Well, if you can tell me what you know, I can see about getting that ready. I could always use the free publicity.
Yeah, that would probably bring more people here too. So yeah,
That's a good idea, Noah.
thank you. Well, these two things as I whip out my notepad. These two things because I'm not sure about pricing or anything, but one that would at least be a lizard around the general size, maybe two, at least.
You see, I'm taking notes.
Maybe a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
That breathes fire! Don't forget the fire!
I got that covered. Don't worry. I can spam fire.
In that case, I would need to contact my pyrotechnic contact. But
Install the flamethrower.
that would be okay. Okay, so
I'm like,
2 lizards
gonna get-
and a fire-breathing unicorn. Okay. As this is a
Eric.
custom order, I cannot give you an accurate estimate without confirming with my contacts first.
Understandable.
If you stop by tomorrow, I should be able to give you the information. And then if you
Okay.
want to go ahead, we will go ahead.
Okay. Jared, want to come along with me with that for that?
Sure.
Okay.
And then I'll just be over here like chopped liver.
Who are
That's-
you?
That was Flannery making a joke, don't worry. Kalen's not gonna be so,
Now melancholic.
Passive aggressive.
Mm.
Nah,
He
she
ran
just
a Triceratops. The cash Ceratops.
A cash ceratops.
That's what it is.
Ah,
It's amazing.
well,
Or a Tri-Register? No.
Nah.
no, that doesn't sound right.
I'm gonna name him Reggie.
Oh!
No.
Nah.
Didn't he name the Triceratops, actually?
He did. I didn't write it down, so I'm not gonna. Every time he talks about it and mentions it by name, happens. He hits the cash treasure part, and it makes a cha-ching noise, and you can't hear what the name is.
I see.
That is my workaround.
Aha! It's the Kalen's dad scenario.
Yeah, except this time it's not by design. It's by Jake for. And with that, everyone else good. Chadwick, you're getting your Master Sword a day or like 2 days or something, because he has to make that from scratch. If you check by tomorrow, he might actually have. Kalen, you're getting your shield, and depending on how intricate and difficult the design is, that could take a little bit. And then Noah, you're not requesting figures for the lizards and unicorn. Am I correct in all that?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I will look that up. Jake will be looking into like just out of morbid curiosity. But we will deal with that next time you're in here.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Will Goku beat Frieza?
Sure, in like 50 episodes.
Find out next time in Frieza Defeated.
Fuck.
Can Joey freaking make it through this duel against Merrick? Find out next time on Joey Dies.
Joey loses.
Look,
Find out next time on Joey fucking dies.
I don't give a
No, that was
fuck.
the actual episode.
I don't give a
Episode title. It was actually called Jonochi Dies.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't care what the anime says. Joey fucking won that duel against Merrick.
Okay, Mai won that duel against Merrick. Joey won that duel against Merrick.
Merrick wasn't really a big
fucking
Merrick
threat.
just
sucks.
sucks.
Like he's
Yeah.
actually just bad at the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like living underground in the desert doesn't prepare you for card games.
But God does.
Hell, even
Well,
having God
what
didn't
else do you
save
need?
him.
Anyways, anything else you guys want to do in here, or you want to way?
I have no reason to stay here now. I got my Master Sword.
All right,
Not yet, you don't.
Kaylin.
Galen will head out with the boys if they're willing to let her go.
Okay. Noah.
I'm good.
All right. I'm just gonna move us to the world map.
It's
I
like,
don't know.
Jeremy, wait a minute.
Why did we go back to the arcade? Now we're in school. Why is everybody here? I mean, I get why Joanna's here, but why is everyone else here?
Johan just sleeps there.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not fully convinced she's not actually a teacher in disguise.
All right. You guys, it's probably about noon.
What do we do at noon?
Go to the spooky mansion.
But we can't get in.
Oh no,
Go
we can
to-
get in. We have game plan to get in, but it's just
Getting out. Getting out is the hard part.
You guys want to go back to that mansion?
After it kicked me in the dick.
Kaylin's actually got an idea. She's gonna
After
call her.
Kaylin also assaulted you in the deck there.
She's gonna call her dad. Hey, Dad.
Yes, hello.
Hey, Dad. Do we happen to have a old spooky rundown property in this?
You've managed to reach my voicemail. I'm unavailable to take your call right now. But if you leave your name and number, I might have my butler get back to you.
Hang up and call Hovis.
Oh, yes, hello.
Hi, Hovis.
You've reached the butler, Hovis. Unfortunately, I am currently dealing with my master's whims, as inane as they might be. If you please...
I hang up.
Try calling Kaylin. She might pick up.
Kaylin's gonna just look to the guys and said, "Well, I thought I might have had a workaround there, but apparently nobody wants to answer the goddamn phones.
I'll answer my phone.
Unfortunately, you're not the one who will have the answer here. I was
How
gonna
do
check.
you know that? You're not trying.
Kaylin calls Jarek. Oh, it's fucking Kaylin.
I'll fucking call Chadwick because he wants to be a
He's not gonna-
smartass.
He's not gonna pick up.
Oh hey, oh hi Chadwick. Hold on, sorry. What's your answer machine? Go through your answer machine real quick.
Hi, this is Chadwick. How do I stop this recording thing? No, that's not it either. God damn! It cuts off. Now automated. Please leave a message.
Hi, Chadwick, you totally useless prick. I thought you were saying that you were going to answer the phone, but I see that you were just trying to lull me into a false sense of security into thinking that you'd do something that I kind of already figured you wouldn't. So, just wanted to let you know you're a useless prick. Bye! Oh,
Chadwick's gonna call back.
Kaylin is gonna end up answering the phone. Hi, Chadwick, so nice to hear from you.
Hi, Kaylin, I got your message. Well, I see your problem. Quite frankly, you want to know why they're not answering the phone?
It's how they filter spam.
Well, do you want to know?
Sure, Chadwick, I want to hear where you think I'm going wrong in life.
Well, it's because you constantly push people away. You don't want them to love you, but you want to give them your love. It just doesn't
Hangs
make
up.
sense. Hello?
Kaylin, are you okay?
Oh no, she's dead! Kaylin, are you okay? Looks over to Kaylin.
She's just giving you the middle finger.
Oh no, your fingers hurt!
Anyways, guys, before we got sidetracked with this rabbit hole.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this was canon.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
fine, but it's a rabbit hole nonetheless.
We're going.
Fair.
We need to go to the mansion. I need to get my revenge.
Well, I mean,
Going to the
I was
mansion.
trying to see if maybe that was one of my properties, because if it is, then I can get us in there without us having to break in. Or out.
we could have fun and break in.
And I'm just going to once again reiterate, because I kind of glanced over this. The note said the east. Mansion's in the west. Just let you
Fuck! Okay, let's not.
How
Let's
about we
not
go
do
to the
that.
Veterans Hall? That's in the east.
You want to go to the Veterans Hall, get some lunch?
In all honesty, the thing's probably over at the park.
Where in the park?
Jake, what areas of the park are there that we know of for us to be able to go to?
There's the park, and then there's the pond by the park.
Is the pond by the park further east or further west or north or south?
It's like due north of that tree at the.
I
Alright.
see.
Let's go to the park and go towards the eastern paths and just keep going fucking east. Sound good?
No,
Yes,
from 30 feet
Mom.
away. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Noah, what was Noah saying?
From 30 feet away. Okay, sure.
No, what are you doing all the way over there?
I think she's embarrassed by
Give
you.
me to space.
What?
You're at the park.
Kalen's gonna action dash to catch up to Noah before he gets too far ahead.
I mean, you could bonus action dash, but okay.
She's action dashing because she wants to use the bonus action for disengage from Chadwick.
Anyways, you're at the park, guys. Congratulations.
Cool. Let's head east.
You head east.
We somehow wind up in the same location, don't we?
I
No,
was on the horsey.
I just don't have a map. I don't have a map for east of the park because it's just. I just don't. And
It's just a
I will
mere
solve that
version.
problem for you, Cole. I will solve that problem for you.
What's the problem? What is he doing on the horse?
He's hunting snipes. He needs a trusted steed.
He's Scottish. It reminds him of the hunt.
Ah. I see.
Oh, hunt.
Anyways, you keep going east, and east, and east, and east. And then you're at the city limits, which is just basically, it just turns into forest.
We might have gone too east.
Kaylin, I don't want to be that guy, but I think this is a waste of time.
I think we went too far
I'm gonna
east.
be that guy. This is a waste of time.
Well, we were told to go east. Darn it!
Do you want to read the note again?
I'd love to read the note again, God.
She's not gonna think of that.
If only Chadwick had. Yeah.
I want to read the note.
She
on
can't
one
read
second.
it, so it doesn't exist.
Well, God died. What do we do now?
I had to reconnect because my internet occasionally does this. Anyway, if only Chadwick had the note in his DM somewhere.
If only. That'd be
Well-
really nice. I pulled up the wrong DMs from a different person.
Why are you talking about chocolate pudding? Oh, whoop, wrong DMs.
Hello, with the pudding.
No. No, not about the desk.
Do you want me to read it for you?
Shut up.
Move stealthily,
There's
move
nothing
quickly,
about east.
don't be seen, and only resort to killing if you've been caught. We need as many people alive, or else the ritual won't work. The sites are scattered around this town of Hidden Springs. They must be secured before the ritual commences. We have several already in our grasp, but you will need to completely secure this one in the
J.I.
smudged east, known as Site G.
I didn't really
That's-
read Korean.
G as in J.I., by the way.
Yes. Not just like G, not like.
No, I thought it was the letter G. I'm like, what does that mean?
Site G money.
Do I know any Korean places in town?
I mean, there's probably
Can
a Korean marked because they seem to be popping up everywhere nowadays in the States.
Do I know what it's called?
Probably something generic like Kim's Mark.
But
Kmart.
can I roll to see if I know what it is?
Sure. I know what you're doing here.
Tell me the fucking name.
It's Kim Smart.
God damn it!
If you rolled like less than a 10, I would have said you think it might have something to do with G.
Let's see.
GG
Well-
mofo.
Penis motherfucker, weird. Well, it's clearly Korean, or some sort of Asian they're referring to. But the only Korean mark I know of is just Kim's, and it's not G.
Hell, it might even be just a white girl named Kim's Market.
I don't even know if it's Korean. Who would know of a place like this? Gee.
Chadwick, please.
Can you go back to the map real quick, Jake, just so that I can see the locations?
Aye, Captain.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. This is Cole speaking. I have no idea what the fuck to do.
Do you want to get a hint from Jake?
No. Where's the fun in that?
I at least want to see the map first.
I will give you the map, and I'm going to tell you this.
It's not gonna help us.
There's no hidden location that you need to go to. At least nothing specifically. It's not like, oh, if you go here, you'll find, oh, there's a secret quickie mart.
Is this an Asian mansion?
No. Do you want to see what the mansion looks like again?
Is this an Asian library?
I'm showing it to you anyways. Does that look Asian to you?
Well, it depends in the right setting.
Oh,
maybe.
God damn it. We needed to go to the woods, not the park.
Why? What? But who's gonna think? But none of our characters are gonna think of that. That's the problem. Unless Noah, he's smart.
I mean, Celeste's just a dumb bitch, so I can't say anything.
We need to go to... You said there's a pond at the park, yeah?
I said there's a pond at the park. Yes, like a small
We need to
body
go-
of water.
We need to go to the pond.
Why?
You steal the Declaration of
I
Independence.
just want to hear. I just want to hear your logic behind this.
G literally means pond.
Of course, and water is Asian.
It literally means pond. It's what... the fact of the matter is, it's like Japanese kanji in the sense that there's like a million and different meanings for any given sound. So I didn't think of it until I'm like, G, location G. God damn it! He specified pond! And it's like, But Kaylin's not gonna think of that because how well does Chadwick know Korean?
Very well.
Fairly well. I'll let Chadwick roll intelligence on this.
Can I use that 18, please?
No.
Cole, take a 15.
Can I use
Cole,
Bardic Inspiration?
Cole, I'll give you a 15. Just take it.
I'll take it.
Now, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'm pretty
That's
sure
how it works.
I'm 99% certain that's how that works, so okay.
I feel so mad at myself that my own knowledge of Korean was slipping past me.
And...
Cole, this is why you need to use that language learning software that I got you like a year ago.
Wow.
I'm also going to say this. It's like 12:30. You know, lunch hour.
Yeah, we should probably... It's got to be later than that. We hit city limits, you said.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not a big... It's a town, first and foremost. It's almost a village.
It's actually a Springs.
Well, if it's a village, then it's going to be a lot larger than that, because villages tend to be fairly decently spread out, because they're more rural-ish. Generally.
Yeah, but this is a mountain village. Well, you don't have wide open plains to...
I mean, coming from somebody who came from a mountain village, 1, fair, and 2, you'd be surprised. But I get ya. I get your intent.
Anyhow. So yes, it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish. Chadwick, you're feeling incredibly smart.
G stands is pond in Korean. And so I think we should head to the pond. But first we need lunch. I am starving.
Yeah, I could eat. So do you
Holy fuck, I forgot Jeremy was with us.
I just imagine Chadwick turn around. It's like, when the fuck did you get here? I've been here the whole time, man.
Cool.
Not cool. Not cool, Jesse. Not Jesse. God damn it.
Jeez. Yeah,
What the hell
Jesse.
did Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse.
It's not me
cool.
for once.
I know, right? For once, he's not saying Oliver instead of Noah.
Okay, so that means that all Flannery needs to do now is call Jeremy Ayumi, and then call Kaylin Andy, and we're good. We got the quadfecta.
I mean, Kalen's basically a dex-statted Ayumi anyway, so
Yeah, I know. I pointed that out to you, and you're mad about it.
I'm very mad about it. Anyhow.
So yeah, we want to or do we want to head to Baby Jim's house of baby back ribs, or the diner, or Veterans Hall? Get some. I don't know what they got today, but last time that spaghetti was pretty good.
I'm good for the diner.
Okay.
Noah, you in?
I'm not hearing any complaints, so I assume he's going along for the ride.
All right, Noah, you in? But first, we're stopping by Science. Then, we're going to the desert.
On a horse of no name?
No, fighting a camel. Next,
Oh.
we go to the soup store just because. Then you're suddenly in the hideout. Then you're at the diner.
There has to be a better way to do that.
There's not. There's not. And you, not there. You're fat. Well, sort this out. Lena is not there. I'll let you be there. And you two are pretty much like besties, so. Then you and you with you and pull you over there. Gotcha. Okay, we good.
Hooray.
Use founds the diner.
I'm gonna get me a burger. With
Okay.
just a regular small burger with some extra lettuce on it.
Smash burger, so $6 Renos. Chadwick. What is Chadwick eating?
How much is a pizza?
$12.
That's a lot of
That's-
money. Never mind.
That's enough for 4 people.
Well, if it's $12, how about we all chip in and end up making it cheaper that way? $3 from each of us.
That's simple division. Let's do it. I'm in.
All right. But then comes the question of the hour. What's on the pizza?
Do toppings cost extra?
They don't, but I did ask you this. Chadwick, you like bacon and jalapeno pizza. Noah, you like mushroom and peppers on the pizza. And Flannery, you like vegetarian. So it seems like that Chadwick is the odd man out.
What was the stuff that Chadwick likes?
Bacon and jalapeno.
I mean, you could also do, if you did the bacon on the pizza, Kaylin would probably still eat it, so.
Chadwick's just like, I want one tuna-ray pizza.
Just do half bacon, and then Kaylin will have some of this, a couple slices with bacon, a couple without. depending on how many slices are on this pizza.
Well,
I mean,
what does Jeremy want?
Dude, I'll eat anything, man.
Even my shoe?
I mean, if I had to.
Oh, you're hardcore.
It's fucking metal, man. No, that's leather.
Nah, it's steel-toed. Coach doesn't know that's how I win the games. I got steel-toed shoes. Anyways, that entirely arbitrary conflict aside, you have your pizza. It's pretty good za. It costs you $3 a piece.
Some good za.
It's good za, man. It's got that stringy cheese, and it's not like that,
Oh, they use string cheese.
No. That's for the stuffed crust.
You can eat it in reverse.
I mean, eating it that way is sort of along the same lines of pouring your cereal into milk.
No, it's not, because you're just eating in reverse. You're not eating your cereal in reverse.
Yeah, but your preparation's in reverse.
Well,
You're
yeah,
in
but it doesn't
reverse.
matter how you prepare it. It matters how you eat it, Kalen.
Anyhow, your pizza's pretty good.
Hold on, where are we sitting? Because right now we're eating in the doorway.
We are eating at the doorway.
Yes, no one decided where to sit.
All right, you fools. We're eating over here.
No. What? I'm with Noah. Oh God, he's in me.
You fused.
We are Choa.
Choa.
Chola.
Nadwick. It's Nadwick.
Nadwick.
Nodwick.
No, I like Nadwick better because Nadwick's got nads.
Oh yeah.
The biggest net.
The strongest net.
Whilst you guys are having your za, Jeremy was just like, all right, so if we find the place at the pond like Chadwick thinks, one, when do we go in? Two, should we wait until Kaylin gets her shield and Chadwick his prop sword?
It's simple. We do a stakeout.
Or, there's a ritual going on where it sounds like they're going to be using human sacrifices, so why don't we just stop it now? We're more than capable.
Stakeout.
You just like that word, don't you, Chadwick?
Yeah, think about it. We wait there, we see what's going on, and then when we're better equipped, we tackle the problem.
Are we well equipped enough?
Well, we could be better equipped.
Certainly. But what if the sacrifices are going on now?
Well, then we're fucked, aren't we, Kaylee? Because we're eating pizza.
You got a point there.
Touche.
Anyway, we should ask the other guys about this.
Yeah, we
actually
should.
inform them on something before we jump the gun. Looks at Kaylin.
Well, I don't know why you're looking at me. I would never do anything that reckless.
You literally just said we should have settled the problem.
What?
Guys, you heard her, right?
She says, totally scratching off all plans she had in her mind of trying to sneak off while you guys aren't looking and just go in. I'm not joking. She was gonna end up doing that at some point if you guys were going for the stakeout option.
Stakeout.
It's
And
not
the
a
list
bad
keeps
idea.
getting longer.
I mean, it's not a bad idea to let the others know. Worst case, they're back up.
Yeah, they're stronger than us.
Well, yeah, I mean, that goes without saying. They've been doing this for like a year.
Well, yeah, that's why it's good to let them know.
Yeah.
So how long do you think till we run into those green pointy-eared things.
The wee green men.
Yeah, those things
Or, I'm
that.
sorry, the wee green men.
Yeah, Professor Lancelot's ex-wife.
You really like pissing him off, don't you?
It kind of makes school worth going to.
You know, not education. But
Yeah, not the learning stuff. It's or the friends we made along the way. It's the pissing off your teacher.
Look, you find your joy in school, I find mine.
Fair enough, I guess. Alright, so what's the plan, guys?
You guys pretend to stake out while I go and totally not end up raiding it behind your backs.
guys, I think she's gonna raid it behind her backs.
Let her.
You know, that's a good idea. She can scope it out for us.
Exactly. And then after I do recon, I come back, let you guys know what I found, and totally not come back with a bunch of money that I got from killing off all the wee green men, or snipes, or whatever the heck ends up being in there.
She's gonna die, is she, Noah?
Says nothing.
Crazy.
Noah, did you hear me?
It's crazy.
He says it once at a whisper that Kaylin can't hear. Noah says nothing. He says it again louder. This time Kaylin's able to hear but ignores. He still says nothing, so he says it loud enough that everyone in the room can hear.
You're just shouting it. Noah! I said Caitlin's gonna die, isn't she?
Well, you guys heard it here first. Chadwick's threatening my life.
You're throwing your own lie. Shut up.
You're a threat to your own life.
You're the one who's talking about killing people, Kaylin. For money.
Look. Just because I've gotten a little carried away with StarCraft doesn't mean anything, okay? I don't have a
Why are
problem. You have
in
a problem.
space?
Fuck you!
That's just uncalled for. What did I do?
Sorry, that one was Flannery Mimi.
Oh. I'm
Anyhow,
glad you got that out of your system. I hope you're happy with yourself.
quite. With that, she'll just
I'm upset.
with that, when she says quite, she's gonna make her hands into the heart shape, put it like over her heart as she gives you a smile.
Let's try to decipher this one with facts and logic.
Boobs.
Boobs. You love boobs too?
Yeah, you're all a bunch of boobs. I guess that's a fair assessment.
Chadwick looks down. No, I don't.
I said you are a boob, not that you have them.
Where's my nipple?
It's your nose. Your nose is is the nipple of your entire boob hood.
Chadwick, we're anime boys. We don't have them.
Oh.
That's actually even more concerning.
What's an anime boy?
So if that memes aside, what should we do in the meanwhile before cutting to our totally not rating the base stakeout?
We mean kind of Caitlyn fucking dying.
Shut up! Don't call it for what it is.
I'm going to ask, what specifically is the plan? Because I've heard a couple of different things here.
Kaylin, at the very least, will send a message to the group chat just to be careful, saying, hey, we're going to go to the pond where there's probably going to be murder and snipes. Might need some backup. If you don't hear from us by insert 30 minutes after we're supposed to end up getting there. Assume that something probably happened, and then followed up by Noah and Chadwick immediately going into Caitlin happened.
I mean, you send that message and immediately get a response. Which pond?
Wait, there's more than one?
You get a response. Yeah, there's one to the northeast, but a little closer to the mountains.
And the other?
Well, the other one's the one at the park, but that's like
Well, they said
High
which
man,
one,
that's
so that
there's
implies
two.
that they're going to send us
Yeah,
both.
no,
on
that's
top.
right. Like, which one? The one by the mountains or the one at the park?
Which would be more east?
Well, one of them is due north. The other one is northeast.
Then we'll go northeast.
East? I thought you said west.
That's
Okay.
literally the only metric Kalen is going off of. Oh, east. Whatever is more so.
Yep. All right. So if that's the case, everyone good with this plan, or is this just a Kalen plan?
Oh, I am ready.
I hear-
Noah?
I hear no objections.
I take no objection.
Objection! Shut up, Phoenix!
For my sanity's sake, I'm not going to be moving you around 20 different maps just to move you around to 20 different maps. So, you guys go back towards the park, since that's probably the closest jumping off point you got. And following the directions you got probably from Charles, since he seems to be the more present of the bunch, he's tells you exactly where the pond is and where to go, and got a message saying that either he or Jackie will be heading there shortly, so just be careful, sort of thing. Given that it'll take him a little bit of time, it's like, hey, just be careful, we'll get there when we get there, but don't don't get killed, sort of thing. And basically keep heading northeast. It gets a bit wooded as you're getting closer to the mountains and more towards the outskirts of town. And it is still, broad daylight. It's clear day. It's September 21st, which funny given that's exactly the day it is today. Like straight up exact day. And you end up getting toward a bit closer to the pond, a bit deeper into the woods when you eventually see what looks to be a small pond next to a bit of it. What looks to be either a hill or the foot of a mountain. You can't really tell just based off how gradual the slope is. But I don't have a map specifically for this because I'm trying to cut down on the amount of hopping around I'm doing and keeping you guys sane. Fair enough? Did you hear all that?
Yes.
Basically, right now you are in... let me get a drink of water real quick. Basically, right now you are in a small clearing surrounding the pond. It's maybe, like 10-foot diameter. It's not a big pond. And just behind it, as you're approaching it from the southwest, more towards the northeast, you see a foot of, like I said, hill or a mountain. Could be a very big hill or a shallow mountain that you can't really tell that much. And the rest of it, you're surrounded by a bunch of pines and firs. Fairly peaceful around.
Alright, where do we want to stake out?
Guess we'll look around for a place with the most cover.
It's a good idea. Something with clear vision of the pond as well.
Now, I'm just going to say, given that you are looking around for all this, it's probably good if you just all give me a investigation check. An investigation check.
Yeah.
Galen?
Not gonna lie, I don't even remember.
Investigation check, please. You're looking around.
I'm losing my mind. Sorry.
I get it. You're tired. All right, you all did fairly well, and I'm going to say that Noah is the one who finds it first, given how high he rolled. As you're looking around for a good place to stake out the pond, you end up stumbling across what appears to be an abandoned and somewhat ramshackled mine shaft, hidden in the brush by the trees, more toward in the northeast from the pond, specifically, in the foot of the mountain or hill. You can't really tell which. Once again,
That place looks scary.
Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. So, do we want to stake out, or do we want to check out that?
I mean, we
Winery?
could, but I heard horror stories of mine shafts, so I don't wanna.
I'm really good either way, but it's really up to what you guys would prefer.
It's
She
kind of
looks at Jeremy.
spooky.
I mean, on the one hand, I got just gut feeling that's where they are. On the other hand, that's where they are.
Sounds like a fun
Yeah.
time.
I'm not into snipes.
Nobody is, but that doesn't mean we can't snipe the snipes.
Who snipes the snipes?
Snipers.
Mm.
Here, I have an idea. I go in the pond, see if there's anything weird at the bottom of it, and if there's nothing, then I don't know.
You just want to take a swim, don't you?
No. Sounds nice, but I don't need to.
You want to. That's the point.
Jeremy, why are you like this?
Shrugs. Oh, man.
I'm gonna go check out the pond.
All right.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna send a message to the group chat and just tell the others, be like, yeah, we found a mine shaft. It's near the pond. You'll know it when you see it. We'll investigate it.
Get a response, just a thumbs up and quick on my way from Charles.
So Charles is coming.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
What would you rather it be, Roy?
Oh no.
I don't care. I was just saying that's who it is because he said I'm not sure who's gonna come.
And so, Chadwick, are you still going swimming?
Yes.
All right. You jump in.
Once fail Yakuza motion strips.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Straight into his underwear. You're like, how did he do that?
And then you realize all his clothes are just, they have the buttons on the side, so he can just tear them off and snap them back on. But
The pants too. Damn.
yeah. Chadwick, roll me perception.
Can I give myself bardic inspiration?
I don't believe that's a thing you can do.
It says you can give one creature.
I'm going to say you can't inspire yourself.
Damn it. Damn it.
Chadwick, you jump in and you get sand in your eyes.
Ah, I can't see.
You want a light?
Actually,
I can
that's
get
a
you
good
a light.
idea. Yeah, I'd use a light.
I'll get a pebble or whatever, like a rock or something. I'll cast light on it and hand it to Chadwick.
Is that a cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
I thought it was a cantrip. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Now, congratulations, Chadwick. You have a glowing grok.
Alright, I'm gonna try it again.
It finally can fucking hand it. Okay.
Perception again.
Whoa!
Okay, you're swimming in the pond, and you notice that there are a surprisingly small amount of fish in here.
Wow. Very useful. Is there a
And
Loch
at the
Ness
bottom of the
monster?
pond, you know what? Just roll me a d20.
Come on, find me the Triforce of Courage! Oh.
What? It's not showing for me. Oh, the 10. At the bottom of the pond, you see something. You swim towards it. You don't have to swim far. It's a pond. It's not that deep.
Bro.
You reach for it. You grab it, and you pull it to the surface, and hold it aloft above your head. You found an old boot.
Ooh. Well, I don't need this.
Toss it
Time
back.
to go back on the surface. Oh,
All right.
I found a boot.
What a boot that?
It's a boot.
A boot what?
It's a boot, Jeremy. Am I not clear?
A boot what?
It's a boot.
What a boot?
It's a boot. One you wear. B-O-O-T. Boot.
Oh,
So I guess you're saying it's in about the lake, eh?
what a boot, a boot.
Jeremy, I'm losing my patience with you.
Say
It's-
boo one more time, I swear to God.
It's a boot, Jeremy. A boot.
It's a boot what?
Say boot one more goddamn time. I swear to God.
I mean, in all honesty, this should be Kaylin having this interaction with Chadwick because she's the Canadian, but
Fucking a boot.
I was having too much fun with that, so.
God.
Sorry,
Make
didn't
me
realize I was still on
pocket-
mute.
Don't make me use pocket sand.
So-
Pockets.
Chat
Don't
probably
hurt.
heard my joke.
What was the joke?
Oot and about the lake. When you were doing your oots and boots.
Anyways, Chadwick, you
Chadwick,
get out.
how-
You get out. You try and dry off the best you can, and before you get dressed again.
Well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. I mean, we had to check.
Yeah. So I guess all that leaves is a scary mine shaft.
Bibs!
Oh, cool. Cool. How full are your pockets of for your pocket sand technique?
That's a good question.
I mean, you're by the beach. You're by a pond. You can
I'll fill up a pocket's worth of sand.
Okay. I'd argue that's enough for 3 pocket sands.
Okay.
I'd like to argue
Alright,
4.
I'm loaded.
I'd like to argue
No.
4, 2 for each pocket.
But I only have one pocket.
Oh, then never mind. I'd like to argue 2.
I'm saying
I got 3! What the fuck, Flannery?
it's like Patrick. 5, 4,
Take
3.
it or
Take it or leave it.
3. Take it or leave it.
All right, so you guys are going in.
I mean,
Is
they
anyone
might.
coming?
I'm diving in.
Well, if she can fucking go, then.
I
I'm
look
assuming
at it, not surprised. Still
I'm
thinking.
assuming
"Fuck,
everyone's
no."
going in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Charles is coming.
Yeah, he said he'll be there soon.
Well, I'm gonna wait for Charles.
3
Soon is
hours
like-
later.
Yeah.
Well, I am very disappointed.
Maybe I'll be there eventually, not I'll be there soon.
Yeah, I'm on my way is specifically what he said.
Okay, that's better. Because who gives you at least like a span of time you could estimate.
And you guys are at the way bottom of this map.
You mean of this abyss? My
This
God,
is-
this is huge.
It's an abyss of a map.
What the hell? Where at the bottom?
Bottom left.
Oh, there. It took me like 10 minutes to find it.
I'm gonna say this.
Sucks to suck, bro.
I'm going to pause us right here. Do we want to continue this now, or do we want to put this on pause and pick this up right starting here next week?
Flannery sound to continue.
Well,
Are
how long
you?
is this gonna
Are
take?
you fucking really?
Yeah, I'm with Sachi. Are you really?
Look,
Or
I'm
are you gonna
good.
fall asleep within the next 10 minutes of when we start?
I'm good for now. But the longer we hold this off, the higher we make the odds of that happening.
Or if we just wait till next week, we don't have to worry about it.
At all.
We'll be good. We'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm
I'm not
fine.
taking a risk.
He's not fine. I want to roll for bullshit.
I'm having
Go-
trouble believing Flannery here.
Okay, Cole, roll for bullshit.
See, no matter what you say, the DC is too high. I could
No.
roll that 20, you'd be like, no.
No, I'll give you a fair. I'll give you a fair answer. Go ahead and roll.
I think I got it.
Got him.
He got a couple nat hundreds in there. I think he's got it.
Give me an actual wisdom roll, Cole.
That is my Jesse wisdom or Chadwick wisdom.
Chadwick insight. Chadwick insight. So that'll technically be higher than wisdom from Jesse right now, I believe.
That is just false.
Fine, Jesse insight.
Ah, there we go.
Well, Jesse wisdom since he doesn't have insight anymore. Oh, he's got insight dice. Okay, I'll let you do an insight. I'll count this as magical cheating bullshit.
Wow, it's just that easy.
You get the feeling that I'll probably be good for about another hour and a half tops if I'm pushing it.
How long is this going to take, Jake, do you expect?
Longer than an hour.
Well, then I
Okay,
think
then
we
better
should
put
wait.
it off. At least I was being fair.
Yeah, no, when I made this, I was like,
Flannery,
no,
even
this
if
is
you were
probably gonna be-
bullshitting, we would have been like, no.
Yeah, no. I
Hey.
think it's probably best we put a cork in this for now. And I was asking because if everyone was perfectly magically fine, I was gonna say, all right, let's take a 2-minute bio break.
Actually, give me a 2-minute bio break to get proper drinks, and I probably would be good for a lot longer. Because I really just need some caffeine in me to... Oh, wait, no, that's going to put me to sleep faster. Shit. I forgot how caffeine works. At least on me.
Okay, how
So,
about we
we
just
did
call
play-
it for today and we do it next, pick it up next week.
Let's
Yeah,
call it
that sounds
for
good.
today.
Here, let me get some
And-
alcohol in me.
You don't even like that shit, dude.
I don't, but still. If stimulants act as depressants have to act as stimulants, right? That's how it works,
Oh,
yeah?
if you guys ever need a drink that tastes like a blue Jolly Rancher, get UV Blue and lemonade.
If you ever want a drink that tastes like, awful, just mix some cooking soy sauce and some cheap bottom of the barrel whiskey.
Wow. The obvious with your host, Jake.
Hey, I drank a double shot of that.
doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything other than that you did it.
I know.
All it means is you're an idiot.
All it means is that I tricked my friend who tried to trick me into drinking that with me. Because otherwise he
but
wasn't
you
going to drink it.
it.
Yes, but I didn't have to drink it alone.
But
That doesn't help your situation.
it doesn't sound like you had to drink it at all.
It just makes you sound like an even bigger jerk because you were basically conniving a friend into doing something that you knew would be bad.
No, I knew it was going to be bad. He tried to trick me, so I into drinking it with me, which is something that he was never going to do.
Yes, and that makes you sound worse because you were conniving him. It doesn't matter that he was trying to connive you first.
Oh, I'm sorry, Flannery. I didn't know you had the moral high ground here, because you were in that situation before.
I mean, Tabasco. Just straight Tabasco, though.
Oh, Tabasco. Oh, that's sad. Oh, just drinking Tabasco. Oh, boo-hoo.
I mean, fair. It was only the lighter stuff, so it's not as bad as soy sauce and whiskey.
Cheap whiskey at that.
So anyhow, maybe we should call it a night.
Yeah,
Hey.
let's call it a night.
Any final cutscene you want to end on?
Yeah, you just see, like, Charles running. It's like this Lancelot gif from Monty Python the Holy Grail.
Ah.
Running in the 90s playing while he's running.
He'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
And he's thinking to himself, those idiots better not have gone in. Those idiots better not have gone in. He gets there. Those idiots went in.
Why do I feel like I'm being judged?
Oh, you get used to it.
Nice.
Nice.
Worth noting, she's still wearing a crop top and shorts right now.
Yep.
Nice.
And with that,
Maybe
we are
Chadwick
done.
should wear a crop top.
And short shorts.
Show
No.
off his man.
No,
Gotta
he needs to wear
show-
hot pants.
Yes.
No, Daisy Dukes.
Bikinis on top. It'll melt your popsicle. Oh.
What does Chadwick's milkshake bring all the boys to the yard?
Colorado boys.
Colorado boys were unforgettable. Stabbing
Daisy Dukes.
snipes and goblins on top.
No. Just no. No goblins. Only snipes.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut it here then. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, people. People of Earth. And whoever else may be watching. Aliens snuck out of Area 51.
By our heroes.
China.
Jake, say something already.
He's mute. Just cut it.